Hello guys and welcome back to the MRC YouTube channel. It's been well, it feels like it's been so long. It's only actually been a week since we haven't been here, but today we're here for a little bit of an Easter special for everyone. We've got full qualifying, Q1, Q2, Q3, and then a full 100% mammoth race for you all to feast your eyes on, set up by the man himself, the league owner. He's planned this through and through. Today we're in the home of Max Verstappen, the two-time world champion, even though some will probably question that statement, but that's what we're going with. And the Orange Army will be here in full force. We've also got some of the Dutch contingent here as well in Error Voice. Let me just see if I'm missing any. Lorp, he's also Dutch, I believe. If he's not, I am internally sorry. Corey, who's being called Coronation Street for the night, he is also here. So the Orange Army's out in full force. But tonight I am joined by a man that I don't think is part of the Orange Army. He is usually hovering around in black and yellow all the time, and he's a bit of a Lewis Hamilton fan. How are you, Baby Hornet? I knew that would upset you. But yeah, I'm very good. I am ready for this. That was I'm glad you've got excitement. Wow. So Q1, Q2, Q3, it is kind of nice seeing the full quali format, I guess, isn't it, really? And you know what? Your knowledge of this track is going to be tested, because you are taking us for a lap with Johnny Smooth. So you best get on board with him because he's coming through the final corners, and then you are going to take it away. Simon, you've done all of that, and apparently no one can hear you on comms. I think you know how to sort it. Yeah. Right, let's just... I've just been informed by a lot of people that you can't be heard. Wow, Simba 14-0 on mediums. He is taking an early risk. So yeah, everyone leave a like Ant said. Oh, apparently they can hear you. Your voice is just really low, Simon. You do seem a bit louder. And are you saying yeah because that's better, or are you just saying yeah because of what I said? You can let us know ASAP, just so we know whereabouts he... Chris Bailey, a 112.9 on mediums. Well, these guys aren't messing around early, are they? Let's go and have a look at Boothy's on the inters. I mean, Fez. Let's look at Hodgie, because he's the next man. Apparently, no, it's still low. We can hear him, but can't understand him. That's the case normally, to be honest. Sorry, Simon. Wow. If it's not, you've just hurt my ears, so I hope it is. Ow! Guys, please say it's better, even if it's not, just because ow, my ears. Honestly, my ears have just blown up at the sound of Simon. Let's look at Gav. It crosses the line. P4. Now, let's go and have a look at Booth. He's done at 18-0 on Inters. Nope, apparently it's not better. Oh, no. I can confirm that this is hurting my ears. It sounds like you're not plugged in properly. So have a go. Maybe re-plug your mic. Now talk. Ow! Please, guys, please don't. He's super, super quiet. Sacrifice your ears for us, Connor. No! No! What? You're 1/20th of Connor's volume. Ow! Don't put your mic closer. Okay, but they don't want to hear you breathe at the same time, so... No, you're alright for now. Well, at least for me you are. Maybe his mic settings, have you tried that?
That's what I turned up, yeah.
Alright, you're gonna have to whack it up more and see. Oh god, we're in disarray nice and early here. Qualifying is happening, still got... Oh god. Corey's round at turn 1. Oh, that's not good. That Mandy says it's a little louder.
I'm gonna take that as you can hear me and we're just gonna power through.
Ant says loving this. I bet you are. I bet you are. Only because he's shouting. Some say the neighbours are already at his door. It sounds like you're on controller mic. Is what Martin says.
I'm on my headset.
I didn't even know there was a controller mic, to be honest. But oh no, I guess he means the one that comes with the PS4 kind of thing.
No, I'm using a Razer.
Oh god. Now I've just realised your brother is racing.
Yes, and he's got himself a V12. That's not bad.
Right, let's just indicate quickly. This qualifying session is not about, well, this current one is not about pace. This is the bottom. Chris Bailey needs to stop on those mediums, by the way. Someone needs to end him nice and early. But, yeah, this will be the bottom 5 drivers eliminated. And then you'll have 15th to 11th, and then we'll have the top 10 shootout, which is the major fight for pole. People are playing this tactically to see what tyres they can use and keep potentially for the race. Now, Simon, I'm going to ask you the question of all questions. Now that YouTube can kind of hear you,
Okay.
who is your prediction for the bottom 5? Bearing in mind, Simon's views do not represent mine or any of the rest of MRC before he's rude to anyone. But, carry on.
I mean, I don't know how representative these lap times are as yet. If Carl doesn't actually have a set of slick tyres, then he's going to be in the bottom 5.
Yeah, he's going to have a problem, I think, with that one, potentially.
Single track hasn't set the lap yet, so either he's waiting for the last possible second or he's doing the last first challenge. There you go, G-Star's going to be in the bottom 5 because he's just DNF.
So is B17. Yep. G-Star's a massive shock, though. The Tier 1 driver, I think he's the MRCX Championship leader or second. That's a big, big shock.
Yeah.
you'd expect him to be way, way higher. But
You would, really, really would.
I'm going to say Boothie because Boothie. I'm joking. I've got nothing against Boothie, but Boothie.
Yeah.
Thing is, even these tier 4 drivers, we all know, and tier 3, that we all know they have a bit of pace, but that time from Coronation Street on pole position,
That's absolute hill.
yeah, that's absolutely disgusting.
Really is.
So, yeah. What about YouTube chat? Who is your... This is so quiet, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, I've just listened to the YouTube chat. I am still a little bit quiet.
Have you listened to the video on YouTube?
Yes.
Hold on, let me try and sort this. Because I have no idea. Have you got like a mic volume setting on your like wire or on your actual headset? That might make a difference.
No, I haven't.
No?
No, I've just turned it up even more, so let's see if that's any better.
Hold on, I'm going to try and listen to this from my phone. Because I haven't actually heard anything. Simon, can you talk quickly?
Yeah, I am talking, and I listened to the YouTube chat, and I do sound really, really quiet for some reason. Yeah, I am.
You are super quiet, wow!
And that is my microphone turned up to like max volume now as well.
Yeah, I really don't know what to do here. Because I'm loud, I've heard myself, I'm very loud. As always. I don't get why, you're on comms every week, this doesn't make any sense. The only thing I could think of is potentially... have you checked like the mic audio settings on the party and stuff like that?
See if that's better.
Well, I'm not on my phone, well, currently,
Hello.
but...
1 second, I'm just going to disconnect and listen to, well, not disconnect, but turn my mic off and listen to the YouTube quickly.
Chris said... Oh. Right, so, Boofy, he is the new man on a lap. He is under a lot of Hello, Simon. You all good? I can't hear Simon. But, don't worry, he's not here currently. Boofy is currently on the pressure lap. He's 1.7 up, so this could be a lap that takes him right up there. Let's hope that Simon can get his mic sorted at least. Let's pray. But Boofy is... What's he going to do in the middle sector? 3.1 seconds up. This is going to move him up quite a big chunk, actually. So he's definitely under pressure here. Let's see where Boofy can go in that Alpine. Oh, he's gone super wide at the penultimate corner. That's not going to help him. He's going to be in the gravel. Oh, that's going to have lost him an awful lot of time. Where's Boofy going to go? Into 13th. He's safe for now. Simon, and try leaving and rejoining the chat. That could be an option.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly completely reset my PS4, so I'll turn it off and on again, and I will rejoin shortly.
Okay, alright mate. Have fun. But let's continue on, because let's go have a look at Mazman. He's coming around the final 2 corners. He's only about 6/10 up at the end of the second sector, so let's see how he gets on. He doesn't improve by enough, so at the minute he's still in the drop zone. Now, Corey's actually retired from session. I'm guessing he may have done that in the pits. Fanning's put it second, so Fanning's probably feeling fairly safe with that. So is Chris, you would think. Wimax is probably feeling good. Lorpy. I think everyone down to maybe a roundabout Gav is feeling pretty safe at the moment. But let's go and have a look at Mr. Hills, who's on his mediums. Let's see what he can do. He is absolutely flying. well, he might be. He's on the mediums. I don't actually know if he is until I see his second sector, but he's looking very planted within himself at the moment. So let's see. Middle sector, it looks a strong middle sector compared to what I'm seeing from some of the fast guys. So let's see where Martin is going to go on these mediums. He's in his McLaren that he loves oh so much. He's going to be delighted to be in there, that is for sure. Now let's have a little look, because here comes Martin. 13.8, only 12. Now he may be feeling a little bit of pressure with that one. I know there's obviously 2 out, but at the minute G-Star's technically still in, but G-Star will start this race if he gets through in 15th at the absolute maximum. So let's wait and see what he can do. 20 viewers now, that is crazy. I'm all on my own, so bear with me a little bit at least. But Simba's gone back out. He's not feeling too safe at the moment. I don't know what to call him. 1974 is what he's being called, or Flav. Maybe Flavio. That's what I'll call him, Flavio. He's P13. He's gone back out. He's on his medium tyres again, so he obviously feels like he can go faster on those mediums. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what he can do. He gets out of the way well of that Aston Martin. Let's go and see which Aston Martin that is. I think it may be Carl. It is Carl. So let's watch Carl and see if Carl can get himself to safety a little bit here, because he's going to be a man under a little bit of pressure. He's looking very, very planted around the tight and twisty part of the track now, heading down the second DRS straight. He's 2.8 up. He may need a bit more than that, but he's actually looking okay. This should put him in and around about the guys he needs to be with. There's a McLaren he needs to navigate his way past to be able to continue on, but he's going to be fine. He may get a tow from that McLaren down the straight as well. Where is Carl going to put this? This is where all the pressure is. He's out of BRS. Carl goes into P10. That's a big lap from Carl. Now let's have a little look. Let's go and see Smoggy Ghost. What Smoggy Ghost going to be doing? He's another man under pressure who needs to find a lot of time to be able to advance to the next part of qualifying. He's also a race winner this season in Tier 4, so he's a man we know who can do it under pressure. But let's see. I don't know if he's going flat out actually. No, he's 9/10 off, so Smoggy Ghost has backed out. He's got no ERS. That could be him done for the session. Simba in an Alfa Romeo. Now that is probably amongst the top 10 things I never thought I'd see in my life. But hey, he's doing it. I just couldn't imagine seeing Simba ever in an Alfa Romeo. But let's see, he's 8/10 up. This is going to be an absolute stunner from Simba if he keeps this up. He's going to be around about the P8 margin. He's showing some very, very good early pace here in that Alfa Romeo. Oh, we've got the return of the baby. We've got the return of the baby. Let's see. Simba into ninth. Good lap. About 2/10 off gap. But Boothy's the last man that could potentially put everyone out. He's a 10th up. He needs to find around about half a second if he's going to put himself through. Johnny Smooth is the man. Well, he's effectively knocking out G-Star here if he's going to do it. Let's see. This is a lot of pressure for Boothy. He's got a bit deep and had a bit of a twitch on the exit of 7. But now into 8. What's he going to be? Very planted through there. Now, he doesn't let the car run out wide. He keeps it tight and in. Let's see. 5/10 up. At the minute, Boothy is doing enough to get through. Is he going to be able to hold on to the rest of this lap? He's gone supposedly purple in the middle sector, but let's see where Boothy can go with this. Into the penultimate corner. He's very, very clean through there this time, which is going to gain him time because we all saw him go wide there last time. But let's see. Where is Boothy going to go? Across the line. Wow, he's through. He's eliminated G-Star from qualifying. Simon, are you back? I'm thinking if it has anything to do with your restart, with the reset you did the other day.
It could be. I've changed all my settings. I've reset my PS4. Please tell me it's better, YouTube chat.
Right, guys, quickly, I'm just going to run through the guys out in that session. G-Star, Johnny Smooth, F1 Flav, Smoggy, Mazman and B17. They are the guys eliminated. Here are the guys at the top, in the top 14, who will be fighting it out to get into Q2. Now, guys, can you let me know if Simon is any... it's the same, Martin says. This is pain. Can you just, like, try and fiddle around with your settings and see if anything... He's just tried rejoining, that's what he's just reset his whole console. Maybe just have a look in your settings and try and fiddle around with it.
I have been
it doesn't make any sense.
Everything is on.
Have you got another controller?
I have not, I don't think. Let me double check.
Because if you do, that could be a difference.
Let me check.
But Q2, get your early predictions in, guys. Who is going to be the person to go out? That is the question. We have 14 drivers all in the fight for it. So, let's wait and see. Let's have a little look. So, who's going to be the first man out? So we've got an Alpha Tauri leaving the garage. I would presume that would be a Gavely Pinker. It's not actually, it's Mark Hodgson. Who is his teammate?
I have not got another controller.
Oh no, what do we do? Yeah, I don't know what to do then, at this point. I'm trying to think, because the thing is, you can be heard. Yeah, maybe you're just gonna have to scream.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be shouting.
This means you have to sing. How you actually... Guys, I hope you can hear what I'm hearing. I wish you could hear what I'm hearing, because right now my ear is popping at the loudness of his voice.
I literally don't know what else I can do.
I'm half thinking maybe... I have no idea what's going on though. It doesn't make sense. I don't know if it could be anything to do with the stream or anything. Let me try unplug mine and replug it back in. Let's see if I make a difference. This is where mine gets screwed up now, isn't it?
Are we still sounding like garbage?
Well, put the stream on and listen to yourself and see at this point. But let's see, Simba is currently on a lap. He is 13th. He's not going to be under pressure. Obviously, no one's set a lap time as of yet. So let's see what Simba can do. That Alfa Romeo actually is really good looking. It's just a shame that I hated it when I drove it. But he is the man coming through the final sector now. So this is going to be fairly representative. He's on the set of softs, which I think he may have done his last run on in Q1. I can't remember what tyre he was on. I will go to the tyre screen in just a second to see what he's on. Mark's done a good bag there, a 12.1. Simba's done a 12.8. So these guys setting early benchmarks for the rest of Chase Era Boys as well in his home country. In P3, Gav, I'm guessing he may have been on a U set, but Chris Bailey, 11.6. Simon, are you alive? Okay, you have fun and figure things out, and let me know if you have figured anything out, alright? Okay. Right, so, Kaiser Soze, he's another man on the lap. He's coming through the final few corners as of right now. Let's see what's his early banker going to be. A 13.0, good time. Dumbest Hornet, a 12.8, right behind Simba as well. These guys are absolutely on it in this session so far, but that lap from Chris Bailey is totally disgusting. So he is not here to give other people a chance, I can confirm. Martin did make a suggestion of what about a new party?
Potentially, I mean, we've got to try something, I guess.
Right, do you want to set up a new party with me and you quickly, just so, and we'll try that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've got to try something, haven't we?
Yeah, do you want to set it up and then, yeah. We'll give that a go in a second.
Yeah, no worries, I'll leave the party and rejoin.
Alright, cheers. But, so, let's carry on because we are still in qualified. So, Corey, he's now on an outlap. He's going to be an interesting one because we've all seen his real pace. Can he take this to Chris Bailey? That is the question here. So, it's going to be an interesting one, that is for sure. Gav is in a bit of danger here. But I'm pretty certain he's probably done that lap on a used set. Because it's not the quickest.
Hang on, I may have just figured something out.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh no.
I'm just waiting for the chat to come round.
I hate hearing myself. But let's see, so Corey.
I've got it, done it!
Ow, my ears! Okay, right, that's good. Right, Corey.
I figured it out!
Okay. Oh, at last.
Oh, dear.
Right, I can stop worrying now. Right, Corey, you can actually be involved in this stream now.
Hooray!
Oh, at last. Let's see though, can Corey get anywhere near that lap from Chris Bailey? So, I do wonder. Let's see. He's coming around the final corner. He's on the banking. This is a place that's so easy to lose it on the exit with all the bumps and the hills and the everything. 110.9! Wow!
That's rapid!
That's Q2!
Oh my god! That's 7/10 faster than Bailey.
I can sit here right now and I can picture Chris Bailey just pulling the curls out of his head right now. He's going to be fuming. You just know this
Mandy,
early.
what was the fix? I had to go into party audio settings rather than actual audio settings.
Oh my god, as if you didn't pick that up earlier.
I was on my actual settings thing looking at all my audio settings and I didn't actually go into party settings and hit share to other people's broadcasts, so I'm good now.
But it was still coming. They were obviously. Do you know what was happening? They were hearing you through my headset.
Yeah, that's probably what was happening, yes.
That is ludicrous.
That shows how loud my microphone was, that they were hearing me through your headset.
Yeah, now I've just got to hope they can't hear you twice. But Boofy's just got into P9. Fanning, I think, is going to try just the one run in this session, potentially, which is hugely risky. Single Track just popped it into P5. So,
hello, Martin.
Yeah, there's another that from him. But let's look at Mr. McBitty Hobnob coming around the... Why was that a tongue twister? He's coming around the final corner. Let's see what he can do into... P7, so Dumbest Hornet, Kaiser Soze, Wumax, now the driver's under a touch of pressure.
Have you seen Ant's comment, Connor?
No, and I'm not sure I want to.
He wants me to talk as loud as I was talking to you earlier to see how much you
No,
were
the
suffering.
worst bit is, right now he is just as loud as he was earlier, but it's just whenever he decided to start screaming to try and make you hear.
Yeah. That was the loud bit.
This might be the most... My ears are genuinely hurting. And I'm not even joking. But...
On the plus side, we've sorted it.
Yeah, I mean, I had to go through a lot of pain to get to this. I hope you all appreciate it.
We suffer for our art.
We definitely do. That is for sure. But I tell you one man that's not going to be happy with how this has played out so far. And that is the man who's in his homeland, and that is Error Voice. He is in P12 after the first runs. I would again probably predict that he's probably done that on a used set of tyres. But
Probably.
I tell you something though, this YouTube chat are on it tonight. 43 comments, and we're not even half an hour in, well, we're just over half an hour into the stream. I'm not used to this.
They know that it's a long race, and they want to make sure we've got plenty to talk about.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least they're on it. That's what I like to see, all of you getting involved. Like I said, give me your predictions. Who's going out? Who's going through? Who's getting pole? Who's winning the race? I want to know it all.
Fabian has confirmed that he did use a used set for that run.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. He's disgustingly rapid. I know he's got more pace.
Yes,
than
Mandy, I agree with you completely. Now he can sing because we can
disagree.
hear him.
No, I disagree.
I'll tell you what,
Wholeheartedly
I'll let
disagree.
him drink a couple more beers, and then he can actually, then he can sing, because he will listen to me if I tell him to do that then.
I can guarantee he won't.
Well, think about how much it hurts my ears if you sing. One, I've got to listen to your voice, and two, I've also got to hear how loud it is.
Excuse me, my voice is angelic. How dare you?
Okay, right, we'll go with that. Anyway, next, Woomax coming across the line. Is this going to be a big improvement into P4? What a lap from Woomax.
Fanning's just bailed on his lap, so he's going to have to do a very last-minute lap here.
Let's go and have a look at the Scottish... I was trying to work out what I was going to call him then, but let's just go with Gav for now.
The Flying Scotsman.
No, that's nice. I don't like being nice to him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We've got to think of something. The Dutch wannabe.
Excuse me, and Simon's not a diva. Simon's worked 30 hours in 3 days. He is not singing.
He is a diva. Trust me, he is. Get in a party with him on your own, you'll see his divaness come out full swing. Hear him during a race, that's when it comes out in the fullest.
Lies and slander.
He won't deny that either, I know.
Lies and slander.
I could quite easily get his brother to back me up on that one as well. But,
yeah, well, he's not here, so tough.
I can... Oh, I wish I could show my phone with the messages from him on it, but I can't. But 2/10 up, Simba is through the middle sector, so Simba may be flinging himself to safety a little bit here, so let's see what he can do. He's through the final two corners. He's really carried pace into that penultimate corner now, just the banking to navigate. It's always hard on traction, especially if you hit the wrong bumps, but what's Simba going to do? 12.5 moves him up a place ahead of his former teammate in Tier 2, Mr. Single Track. But I tell you something, Woomax is a confident man.
Yeah, I mean, I would be using all my runs at this point, because you don't know how much people are going to improve here.
Yeah, I think he did his second run quite late on. Don't forget, they can only do maximum 2 per session because of the fact that they've got 3 quali sessions to get themselves through.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's tremendously safe with that. There's a lot of guys within half a second of him here that could quite easily, and especially as Gav is one that's on was on used set originally, and Era Voice as well.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to be putting a lot of pressure on Woomax. He may have made the wrong call there, in my opinion.
And Fanning hasn't even set a lap yet, so if he sets a rapid time...
Corey's not... So Gav's on another outlap. So Gav is. He's done 3 outlaps on these... This is going to be his 3rd outlap on these tyres. Let's see, there's
Obviously
an
waiting for a
Alpine.
good gap.
Yeah, let's see what Boofy's going to do, because he's a man in a bit of trouble here. Can he improve and get near the dumbest of Hornets? That's the question. I think he's on an outlap, actually. Yeah, he is.
Dumbest of Hornets is on his outlap, yes.
Yeah, but let's have a look. Is Gav ever going to move that car any faster than 45 miles per hour? That's the question I have right now.
Yeah, Gav, you're not under safety car. You can drive faster than this.
No, that would be too fast for Gav under a safety car. He doesn't hit above 15 on that.
Very true.
But let's see, Fanning, he's another man on a lap. He's just gone purple in the middle sector apparently. So if that's true, Wimax may be finding himself. And I'll tell you something, Fanning showed great pace in that first quali session. He was, I think, third at the end of it. So.
Oh, Gav spun it!
Oh no, that could be Gav out. I think that's going to be it for Gav. Fanning's gone 7th. That helps Wimax, the fact that Fanning's only gone to 7th. So, let's see. Let's have a look. Chris is now under pressure, your brother. Let's have a look at Boofy. Era Voice, actually. He's a bit further around the lap. Let's see what Era Voice can do. Coming to the end of the middle sector now. Era Voice has done He's 3/10 up. He's going to need more than that, though. He's going to need a lot more than that.
A lot more.
He's going to need at least probably 5 to 6/10 if he's going to get this. So let's see, what can Era Voice do? Can he put it out in the last sector? That is the question. He's down the back straight. He keeps it tight to the pit wall. Where's he going to go? 12.8. It's not enough. He's out.
Ooh, that surprises me.
Wow. That is a shock.
The dumbest of Hornets is 4/10 up at the end of the second sector.
He is. This is looking very good for Dumbest Hornet at the moment. He is. But Wimax did make the right decision in the end as well. That's another thing to confirm. But here comes Dumbest Hornet. Where's he going to... Oh, he's in a bit of a twitch on the exit of the penultimate corner. But let's see. Where is he going to go? This looks like it's going to be a stunner. 12.2 into 4th. Good lap.
Very nice lap.
So, let's just go and have a look. Is Boofy on anything that can challenge the others? I don't think he is, because he's only on 3% ERS. So I think that's it for Boofy as well.
I think it is, yeah.
I think he's going to be out of the session, but let's just double... Yeah, he is. He's not going to be fast enough. Yeah. So that is it for Q2. I tell you something, that was intense at the end. Carl will be kicking himself. He's missed out by just over a 10th. Era Boys, I know, will be gutted with that. He's the tier 1 driver. He would have been expecting to be through all day, every day. But
exactly,
he is starting P12, and Gav, we know, will be gutted with that as well. He is a man with a point to prove tonight. He hasn't had the greatest start ever to tier 3 this season, has he? So he'll be using this as a bit of a confidence booster, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
So yeah, that is for sure. But that is going to be Q2 pretty much wrapped up once this McLaren comes in the pits. So yeah, who's your prediction for pole as things stand?
Do you know what? You can't really argue with Corey's pace at the moment.
No, but Chris did only do 1 lap, so let's see. But let's just quickly, before I let you finish that, sorry, we are going to have, just to say, the bottom 4 were Carl, Era Voice, Boofy, and Gav. So they are out. So the top 10 shootout will be Corey, Chris, Mark Hodgson, Dumbest Hornet, Kaiser Soze, Womax, Lorpy, Fanning, Simba, and Single Track. That is your fight for pole. So, oh, why is Baby Hornet left the session?
Have I?
That's what it's just said for me.
Oh no.
Yeah, it says Baby Hornet's left the session. So.
Oh dear.
That sounded so sarcastic.
Oh no.
Do you need an invite back or not?
I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
I mean, maybe if it's say you're still in the session, maybe close application and reopen it. That might be an idea.
Yeah, no, I have absolutely left the session, so I will restart the game.
Okay. Right. Well, that was random, to say the very least. But at least you did it in the off session, when we are loading between them. That's
I tell you what, this is not my night, guys.
It's not. He's not having a successful one at all. Anyone would think he's worked all day as well to add to it.
I know, right?
So, yeah. But, YouTube chat, let me know your prediction for pole, because I'm actually intrigued to hear what everyone's going to say. I feel like a lot of people are going to say the same 2 people, and that would be Chris and Coronation Street. But, who knows? Mark Hodgson, we all know, has the pace. to spring a surprise on absolutely anyone. But let's see. Yeah, Eric Boy said 72 laps to make things right. Yep, that is definitely the case. Martin made a mistake, was 0.3 up in sector 1 and missed a downshift in sector 2, so that has cost him a lot of time. Mandy thinks Corey's going to get pole. It wouldn't surprise me. That pace he set early on was blistering, but let's see what Chris Bailey can do as a banker lap. Simon, are you all good?
I am back in the session. It is loading. In theory, we are all good.
Okay, well that is the main thing there. We've got our newest recruit in MRC as well. Aussie Boogs. That's what I'm going to call you anyway. I hope that's right. But he just said, good day all here. I'm here to watch the fun. Thanks for having me. It is a pleasure to have you as always. We have seats to fill and drivers to please and viewers to, well, please even more, I guess. So, yeah, welcome to MRC. Ant says, only thing stopping Corey from getting pole is a red flag on his hot laps. Well, yeah, but I don't think that exists on this game, so you're basically saying he's guaranteed pole.
Yeah.
Apparently I said Aussie Boogs right, so get in me. That sounded really dodgy. That sounded super dodgy. But, yeah. We'll go with it. But Simba's the first man out on track. Comms is fun. We love comms. Everyone loves comms.
Say comms a few more times.
Comms. Simba, what's his first... Oh, what? I hate how I lose telemetry every time the new session starts. It's really annoying.
I think that's the least of the problems with this game.
Ant said he wasn't planning on entering me just yet. I'm guessing that's what he means anyway.
I mean, that's
I'm actually really hurt by that. You could have at least made me feel good about myself, but still. Anyway, let's see what Simba's gonna do. I'm gonna ignore Ant now and just enjoy the qualifying. I feel like I'm watching real life F1. Don't you, Simon?
Absolutely.
Only these guys are better. But let's see, Simba. What's his banker lap going to be? The one for everyone to chase. A 1:12.4, very good first lap. Let's go to Chris Bailey because he's the man coming around the final corner. Then we're going to jump to, I think it's your brother, Dumbest Hornet. So, let's see. 11.2. There's one for Corey. That's a catch me if you can. Here comes Dumbest Hornet into P3 12.9. That may have been on a U set. Let's see Floppy Lorpy. I've just missed him. He's gone second with a 12.3. Let's have a look at the AlphaTauri of... I've lost track. Mark Hodgson's just gone second. Yeah. Big lap from him as well. Who's the next man to come round? It's going to be this Haas. So...
Corey himself.
Can Corey get anywhere near the lap of the Bailey? That is the question. This is the fight. Mark has also just sprung himself right in that fight as well. So... Yeah. Let's see.
I have to say, Corey is attacking those curbs really aggressively. He's got a setup that's allowing him to do that.
He definitely is. This is his homeland. He's probably driven around here in real life as well, knowing him. But let's see. Wow, a 1:10.9. Whoa. Catch that if you can, Chris Bailey. That is what Corey's just sent down there. Single Track's just popped into P6 with a 1:12.7. Double Solid's on a 12.9. Wumax just popped it into P4 with a 12.2. Let's go and have a look at Mr. Kaiser Soze, who's coming through the final corners now. I don't know if he's on a quick lap though. I think he is. Yep, he is. So he's fine. Yeah. So let's see, what can Kaiser Soze do? Can he put it in and amongst these guys as well? A 12.7 into 9th. Fanning is the only man not to set a lap yet. He's leaving it too late.
What? Dumbest Hornet suddenly in P4
with
4.1.
Dumbest Hornet.
Hello.
You're definitely the number 2 Hornet now, without a shadow of a doubt.
Excuse you.
I'm sorry, but could you do that lap? Right now, could you?
Absolutely, I could. Yes.
Go on, time trial quickly, please.
I'd be fighting with Chris Bailey right now.
What about Corey?
No, nobody's going to be fighting with Corey except Chris Bailey.
Chris is only 3/10 off him.
With his second lap.
Chris is only 3/10 off of him. Mark's
I'd
less
be
than a
close to
second.
Bailey, but then his second lap would smash me.
You'd be close to... Okay. I'll believe you then. I'll go along with it, let's put it that way. Everyone's in the pits. We've got a bit of a dry period in the quali session now. So let's... YouTube chat, entertain me. Tell me a funny joke. If I laugh, I will shout you out in the Discord.
Wow.
Avinash says he believes that you could be amongst Chris Bailey. Don't listen to his waffle, honestly. Don't listen to it.
Other people have faith in me, Connor.
No, it's not about faith, it's just about realism, Simon. That's all it is. I mean, I'll happily admit I don't even think I'd be in the top 10. So, yeah.
I was in tier 2 last season, thank you.
I never said you wasn't.
I could be fighting with the best of him if I actually, you know, did practice.
Avinash said, I also believe Lewis should have an 8 title.
Yeah, you've ruined it right there.
Martin's just, he's got a joke for us, Simon. I'll throw it to you. What's white and can't get out of a tree? I can hear the cogs turning, bless him.
I have no idea. You've stumped me, Mr. Single Track.
Right, come with the answer then, because I have no idea either. I'm prepared not to laugh at this.
A fridge.
What? I mean, technically he's not wrong, even though it makes no sense. Like, yeah.
My first question is, why is the fridge in the tree in the first place?
You probably put it up there when you're drunk. But, Mandy, what's white, can't get out of a tree, but can read in the dark? I have no idea.
Go on.
Oh, you know he's loving this. You know he's sat there laughing, but he's also getting rather worried about picking his tyres for his next lap as well. A fridge with the door... Oh my goodness. A fridge with the door open.
Nice.
Mandy, can we have a Mandy joke? Usually you come out with a good joke.
Yeah. Come on, Mandy.
And don't say Connor, because I'm actually doing well this season. I'm doing well this season, so you can't say that this time. If you say Simon thinking he'd be near Chris Bailey, I'd probably agree with you.
Excuse you.
But I think Avinash's joke was, I also believe Lewis should have an 8th title. I think that was his joke.
Yeah, I think that's the best joke yet.
Yeah. It's definitely the most true one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best
jokes are true to life.
In Michael Massey we trust. No, I won't say stuff like that, because I'm going to have our entourage on to me after this race otherwise.
Oh my god, people are going to start kicking off.
Yeah. We're at the home of Max Verstappen. I can't say a bad word about him today. I might get the Orange Army might chase me out the comms box. So
I think they might, yeah.
Who knows? But let's see Wumax. What's his middle sector? Let's actually focus on the qualifying from it, because we have actually got cars back out on track. So Mandy's probably on Google looking for jokes right now for us. So
I think Wumax is doing a double warm-up.
Yeah, it does look that way. Let's have a little look. What's Floppy Loppy doing? He's just started. What about Kaiser Soze? He's about a 10th or so up. He's just supposedly gone purple in the first sector as well.
Okay.
So let's see what the Tier 3 champion of last season and the MRCX Challenger Tier champion, double champion from last season, this guy as well, remember. So he is a man to watch, that is for sure.
3/10.
He is 3/10 up. This is going to be... This could really put him in the top 4. Maybe even higher if he really, really hooks this up. Let's see where Kaiser Soze can go though. He is a man who's found unbelievable form and found his feet incredibly well in Tier 2. Let's see, what's his lap going to be? 12.2. Oh, McLaren. Red Bull 4.5. The Orange Army are going ballistic. Let's see.
He's less than a 10th up at the moment.
Wumax is 2/10 up in the first sector, which will put him around about the Mark Hodgson region.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the wall! He spun it!
Oh
The Conacher strikes again. Lorpy's just popped into P4.
Very nice lap from Loppy there.
Yep, let's go and see what the Fanning is doing, because he is the man in P10 with no lap on the board. His first sector looked pretty solid. Now let's go back to YouTube chat, because someone has just posted a comment. I'm wondering if it's Mandy with her joke. Since it's a dry session, what do you call it when a snowman throws a tantrum?
A snowstorm.
Hey, sorry,
That's a wild guess, but
I was gonna say something quite
a
raucous.
meltdown. Oh, okay. I wasn't far off.
I mean, I guess it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite sort of thing. But you know, here comes. Let's have a little look at Fanning. Then we're going to switch to the top two, because those two have both started their laps. Fanning, 12.1 into P5. Let's see what Chris Bailey's going to do. He's had a big twitch. Chris is round.
Oh no, Mr. Bailey, no.
So that could be Bailey's qualifying session over and done with. That. Let's see. Let's look at Hodgie. He's actually behind Corey on track. So. If Corey improves on this, I might have to consider quitting.
Yeah.
Because that's already some lap. But let's see. Purple first sector. He's actually up in the first sector. So let's see. What can he do? Can Mark also get himself anywhere nearer to... Mark's actually about a tenth and a bit up in the first sector. So Mark could be fighting. Simba's popped it into P5 as well. That's some lap from him.
Nice.
Chris's session is done, that is for sure. But Corey's about a tenth and nearly 2 tenths up in the middle sector. This could be an absolute stormer of a lap from Corey. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's round! The Conacher strikes again. Have I just got Mark Hodgson pole? He's 4 tenths up. Do you know what? If he can nail this last sector, Mark could take this from Chris, the P2. Does he? 11.4. Oh, great lap though. But Dumbest Hornet, he's another man on a lap. He's about 2 and a bit tenths up. Dumbest Hornet could find himself in the top 4 here with this current gap. What's Dumbest Hornet gonna do? He's the final man to cross the line into 4. What a lap! That is under so much pressure. Let's go and look at single track. I didn't see where single track went. I missed it.
Yeah, I missed that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but wow, that was something to qualify.
Yeah.
That really was. Why? I'll read that out in a second. But on pole we have Corey. In second we have Chris Bailey. Third Mark Hodgson. Fourth Dumbest Hornet. Fifth Lorpy. Sixth Simba. Seventh is Fanning. 8th is single track, 9th is Kaiser Soze, and 10th is Woo Max. Simon, who's your pick for the win?
Do you know what? I'm going to go for Mr. Bailey.
Okay.
Because his race pace this season has been slightly better than his qualifying pace, so I think he's got a really good shout for the race.
Yep, I understand that pick completely. I'm going to go with someone very out of the box.
Okay.
I'm going for Dumbest Hornet.
I knew you were going to say that.
His pace was unbelievable in that session. And I've also done it to curse him. I've also done it to curse him. But still.
You're forgetting one important thing by choosing Dumbest Hornet.
What have I... the spin a lot. He's Mr. Spin a lot,
in order to win, he has to not spin.
Well, he's got a whole quali session without doing it, as far as I'm aware, anyway.
Yeah, which means he's due a spin at any moment now.
Anyway, Simon, I've got another joke for you.
Go on.
Why should you knock on your fridge before opening it?
In case there's a salad dressing.
Oh, you knew that, okay.
I knew that one, I'm afraid, yeah. But it is a spectacular joke.
Ant Stoke, you know, the man that's been a bit greedy and led the tier 3 and 4 championship at some point this season.
Yeah.
He's just said Mazman for the win.
Oh, hello.
Now, I'll tell you something. If Mazman wins, that will be some incredible drive by him. Yeah,
that would be an outstanding drive.
It would be, because I think he's starting 18th. I could be wrong, but he's definitely around that region.
Yeah.
So
He is, yeah.
yeah, no, I honestly do hope he can. It'd be great to see. But I tell you that something I'm also interested to see here is what tyres are people going to put on
That is a
almost
very good
imminently.
question.
Let's have a look at tyre selections, because this is going to be one that could change the game. Now, that is, I'm sort of surprised to see the real lack of hards here, but the top three have all gone for mediums. Dumbest Hornet's gone for softs, Lorpy Simba mediums, Fanning softs, single track mediums, Kaiser Soze Wumax, both softs. Then you got Carl Error Boys mediums, Boothy's gone for the hards, Night Shadow mediums, G-Star's gone for the hards, Johnny Smooth softs, Flavio has gone for hards, and then the bottom three have gone for softs. So this is definitely a big mix of strategy here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the best strategy is with a 100% race. I mean,
The guys on softs will be wanting an early safety car, I think. But if I remember rightly from previous races in Zandvoort, this track is pretty bad for tyre wear.
yeah, it is pretty bad for tyre wear as far as I remember.
Not as bad as Portimao, which I was practicing the other day, and my tyres were gone after like 5 laps. But
Oh,
yeah.
it's absolutely grim at Portimao.
yeah. Talking of Portimao, we are back on Friday, Simon.
We are indeed, both of us together again.
The Dirty Duo is what I'm going to call it. Maybe not.
Steady
But
on.
let's call us the Dirty Duo. We are together again for Friday for what is going to be a sprawl. There's a Ferrari in the wall in the background. I think that's Wumax.
Oh.
But what's going to be the sprint race format? We've got the sprint race, obviously, one shot quali and a 50% race. So yeah, that's something else for you guys to feast your eyes on. A good opportunity for all you tier 3 and 4 drivers to practice, well, and tier 1 and 2s to practice for your race on Monday and Wednesday. But can we just point out, Chris Bailey is pointing so far to the left that it's
He is going
almost
aggressive.
disturbing. The thing is,
he's going aggressive against Corey. At the start.
I've seen Chris do this an awful lot. It has to be said, and quite often it's failed. But let's see. I'm 3 red lights, 4 red lights, and for the Easter special, we are underway. But it's not letting me see absolutely anything. Chris hasn't had the greatest of starts.
Hodgson took off like a rocket.
But look at Mark. He's around the outside. He's on the outside of Chris, but Chris seems to have the slightly better line into turn 1. Oh, there's a McLaren in the wall.
Single track's round.
Single track is round. He's in the wall. He's going to be gutted. He's still going though. That's the main thing for him. But Dumbest Hornet again. Simba's also just got past Lorpy. They are side by side into this fast flowing bit. But Simba is through. He is into P5. What a start from him. Was there contact with single track, do you know?
I'm not sure. I just looked backwards and saw a McLaren in the wall.
That's what I did as well. I saw a McLaren in the wall
Yeah.
as well. But Corey has already broken a second free from Chris. So
Gosh, he has.
he really has. Simba's also, I think, Dumbest Hornet may have had
Has
a moment.
gone round already.
I think he's had a moment because he's only dropped a few places, but Simba's already up into P4 and he's already chasing down his teammate of this season, Mr. Mark Hodgson. So, but they're not teammates tonight, so there will be no team games between them two. They are going to be going tooth and nail for every position, because every position matters. But let's have a little look, because Fanning is B17. I'll tell you something, B17 has made one hell of a start.
He has. That's a really good start from him.
Yeah, he definitely has. He has really got up quite a few places early on here. Martin's still not a million miles behind, but I do believe, yeah, he's in the pits now, so he definitely is not going to be impressed about that.
Yeah, front wing change, unfortunately.
He will be praying for... Abhinav said the Lion King for an outside chance for a podium tonight. I don't think it's an outside chance. I think it's a very good chance for Simba to be on the podium. He's definitely got the pace. He showed it in qualifying as well. He's mixing it with the tier 2 boys. But I tell you something, the one that is impressing is Mark. He's currently still within that second of Chris at the moment. So,
Yeah.
Smoggy goes 5-second penalty for a collision with Mouseman.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, it definitely is. But no, yeah, no, I definitely don't think Simba's necessarily an outsider here. He definitely has a good chance of a podium. He just can't lose too much to the back of Hodgson, which at the minute he is, but he could be preserving his tyres a little bit more than the rest. Oh, Mark's gone a bit deep in turn one though. He is really trying to push to keep on to the back of Bailey here by the looks of it. Fanning is right on the back of Simba as well. Avinash, you haven't just cursed him. You haven't done that, have you?
Dennis Hornet's slowly making the moves again. He's right on the back of Loppy now.
He is. I tell you something, Gav's made a good little start as well, from 14th all the way up to 9th. So he's managed to get past a lot of the people he was there or thereabouts. But the man that has struggled off the start a bit here is Error Voice.
Yeah, down in P16.
He started, I think, P11 and he's dropped quite a lot here. So he's going to be pretty gutted with that. But let's see how he can work his way forward. Let's have a look. Fanning versus Simba. This looks like the closest battle on track at the minute. Can Fanning get anywhere near him? He's got the DRS, but he's not going to be close enough heading down to turn 9. So let's continue on. I like how they're very much human centipeding at the moment.
They are, yeah.
Other than the top 3. Those 3 have decided to check out, but the rest of them are all... The rest of them are all playing to the script at least. Wait, there's a script in MRC? Ooh, who knew that? No, I'm joking. There isn't one, don't worry. But I was like, I'm not going to get myself in trouble here.
I was going to say, be careful with that one.
Yeah. But let's see. Chris Corrie, 3 seconds is the gap now. I don't think he read the part where he's meant to give the rest of the field a chance.
No, I don't think so.
But that is crazy pace early on here. That is for sure. Let's have a look. Avinash said it's always Connosaurus with the red. Oh, he's just come up with another nickname for me. Avinash! Connosaurus, that's a new one. That really is a brand new one. But let's continue on. There's a little bit. Oh, I think Gav's had a moment.
He has.
He definitely has, yeah. He's dropping a few places. He's going to be absolutely gutted. Boofy now and B17 both past him. B17 will be trying to make his way onto the back of Carl now, who is the man in P9. So that is a battle that's starting to ensue slowly but surely. Can we cancel the word human centipede from words that can be used for comms? I think
yes,
human
please.
centipede is more than a viable. There's a battle between... Loppy's gone straight on at turn 1.
Yeah, Loppy just didn't break.
Yep, he didn't. Mandy's just caught with the...
we've got a safety car.
We have got a safety car. I wonder what that's for. But Mandy's just caught me the Connosaurus Hex.
Nice.
We've also got an Italian who's speaking Italian. If you could translate it, it would be greatly appreciated.
Well, Zito means stop.
Oh, single track's got a drive through.
Quiet. Oh no!
He's going to be... He's not had the greatest start to this race, has he?
No, he hasn't, bless him.
No, he's going to be wanting to forget this one. I think we might see the soft runners come in here, you know. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I think we might.
But, wow, I'm now officially being bullied in the YouTube chat. Brilliant.
I wouldn't call it bullying.
Yeah, I would. It's slander. I'm joking. But, you've got some safety car chat for us, haven't you?
Yes, we're going to play our game where I test people and YouTube chat. Please get involved in today's test on how well you know the ZANDVOORT track.
Are you smarter than a 5th grader? That, I mean, I probably shouldn't. That might get taken... Okay. But are you? That's the question. Because Simon is a 5th grader.
So, does anyone know who holds the record for the most wins at the Dutch Grand Prix? I could tell you the years, but that'll narrow it down too much.
Max Verstappen.
No.
Okay. Well, Ant is excited. He's just put yay.
Good man, Ant. I'm glad there
The
are
question
people who
you
enjoy
didn't
my
answer
podcasts.
was,
Yes.
is Google allowed?
No, you are not allowed to Google.
That's fine. I'm definitely not Googling. Everyone can see me like moving my down the people on stream, so I'm definitely not doing that.
And you are absolutely correct. It was Jim Clark.
Why did you have
He
to? I
won
was
in
just typing it on
63,
Google.
64, 65, and 67.
And get off Google. You did not know that. I refuse.
Good man. So,
And I want to see your Google history immediately, please.
let's pick another question.
He's just spinning his wheel of questions that he's got lined up for us today.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick one. In 1985, who took the final victory in his Formula One career in the final Dutch Grand Prix before 2021?
Senna.
No.
I mean, I knew that. That obviously wasn't Senna's last win. I don't know why I said that. Nicky Lauda.
You are correct again, and Connor, you got that one as well, but I don't know if you just read his
I read it
comments
from
about
his
it.
comment.
There you go. Get you correct again.
He
and
needs to
well
get
done.
off
It was
Google.
Lauda
He does
who
not know
final win in
this.
85.
No, I'm sorry, he does not. And I want
Who took
DM me it now.
the
Your Google.
first podium finish of his career at the Dutch Grand Prix? Again, I'm keeping it vague and not giving you a year.
I'm trying to think who was on the 2021 podium.
It wasn't whoever was on the 2021 podium.
2022 podium was
No.
Leclerc, Max, and Lewis, I think, or George and Lewis. And it wasn't any of them. So it wasn't either. Oh, I don't know. You're going back to before I was born.
Has anyone in the YouTube? No idea. I stumped Ant.
Is it?
It was in fact.
Frampton?
No. It was Graham Hill in 1960.
I said Graham Hill, and you said no. Safety cars in
Don't
this lap,
lie
so
to
we
me.
will come back to this.
Okay.
But let's see. So when's Corey gonna go? Oh, he's already
About
gone.
now.
But Chris has sort of kept him within arm's distance at least. So
Yeah, he hasn't been caught completely napping.
yeah, he definitely hasn't. I wonder, is Johnny Smooth also got a drive through? No, he hasn't. He's just got 5 seconds. So Martin is the only person that needs to serve that. I'm almost
But
surprised.
Johnny's out!
Oh, he is. No safety car.
No safety car.
I wonder if that's contact. He's gone mid-corner.
Yeah, that must have been contact, I would think.
Smoggy Ghost is apparently already a lap down. Smoggy Ghost
Ooh,
even in the
yes.
session? It says he's in the session.
Is Smoggy Ghost in the safe? I think he is.
I mean, he's not ghosted, so I would presume he is. But
Yeah, absolutely.
say something though. Chris has hung to the back of Corey here, so.
He has. He's really hung to the back this time.
But he's also used quite a bit more of his DRS than Corey has, so. Let's see.
Trying to get the move done as quick as possible.
He is, because this is a very tough track to overtake at, notoriously.
It really is, yeah.
So, anyone that can sort of get within distance, but let's have a look. Is Chris closing enough? He hasn't got DRS yet, so he's just going to be praying he can stick to Corey's rear end for those next 2 laps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be very surprised if single
Mazmat's
track.
gone round, unfortunately.
Single track's not serving his penalty this lap either. He's decided to stay out. The Ferrari of Womax has come into the pit, so I
And
wonder
it's
if
the
he.
VSC.
Oh, I bet single track was
No,
wishing
it's
he
a
did.
full safety, I think.
No, just VSC.
It is. No, it is a full safety. The safety car is out.
Oh yeah, it is. I wonder if that
The
was
safety car
for.
is out again.
I do wonder if that was for Wumax potentially, who maybe had a moment and that's why he's come in the pits.
Could be also Mazman lost his front wing.
If I was single track, he's probably... I don't know if the game would have allowed it, because he'd have come in the pits just before the VSC came out there. So he would likely have been able to serve his drive-through at that moment.
I think so, yeah.
But I don't think the game's probably knowledged up to that very moment, is it, to be honest?
No, probably not.
Martin said it was Mazman. Ah, so Mazman had a moment somewhere then. So, Antstoke definitely cursed his mate earlier, that is for sure. But nothing's really changed, so the field stayed pretty much the same after that restart, so...
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it definitely did. So
Demis Hornet is getting off those soft tyres.
He is. He's just practically come to a stop on the pit lane entry there as well. Yes. I think he was a touch worried about getting a penalty. Ant says more trivia please, Don Peratti.
Oh, hang a banger. Let me see what I've got.
He's if you wanted to go to a pub quiz, why aren't you in a pub?
I mean, places we'd rather be.
I mean, yeah, of course, pubs is way more exciting than that. Listening to me and you talk is probably the best thing any of these people could ask for.
So, can anyone name the top 3 drivers who have led the most laps at ZANDVOORT in order? Top 3, please.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
Is Max one?
No.
That's so boring.
I know. I don't know what to tell you. I've just got the facts here.
Well, after this, I don't know. Is Senna one?
No.
Prost?
No.
Clark?
No. Yes, Clark is one.
Is he second?
He is not.
First?
Oh, hang on. We've got a guess from Ant. You have got 2 correct. One of them is wrong.
Oh no, what has Ant sent me in his DMs?
Because the thing is, Ant, second and third have actually led the exact same amount of laps. So you've got first right, you've got second right, Nelson PK is not one of them.
Sorry, I'm just checking my DMs because Ant told me to.
So you've got to guess one other driver who's drawing with Lauda. And it's not one I would have guessed, to be honest. Oh, Connor's just busy checking his DMs.
I'm here, I'm just checking DMs, but... So, Niki Lauda... So Nelson PK wasn't one?
No. Jim Clark holds the record, 370 laps. Niki Lauda is drawn second with 180 laps. And there's someone else who's also led 180 laps.
Can I just point out, I've just seen Ant's history.
It wasn't Graham Hill.
I need to talk to you, Simon. I need to share something with the world before the safety car comes in. Ant has put...
go quickly.
Why is Connor such a beautiful name? And why does Connor sound like I can't see the rest?
Wow.
And then he put how to get forgiveness.
Just for those who are interested, the third person is Alberto Ascari.
I knew that. I was just letting these guys try and work it out for themselves.
Liza slander. Also, at some point...
Oh, there's so many contact between Chris and Corey! Sorry, but I've just picked that up. They so nearly went into each other. What was you saying? Go back to it quickly.
I was just saying Mazman's DNF'd at some point.
Okay, so he went in the... I'm guessing probably in the pits. But, wow, that was so
probably
close between Chris and Corey. I bet Chris had things dripping down his leg.
Oh, yes.
That was insanely close. But Hodgie's looking very, very feisty on this restart. He is right on the back. Kaiser Souza is also, he's got a bit deep at the turn 3 though in the bank corner. He's gone really, really deep. So that's not going to help him. But let's have a look. The Aston Martin behind Carl is under a bit of pressure. He's just rejoined the session. B17 was having a little look, but Carl just about holds on.
Those soft tyres are going to be screaming fairly shortly, I would imagine.
I'm very surprised they didn't take the second one, all of them to come in anyway. The Hornet will probably have gained quite a bit from coming in there as well, don't forget. So, but it all goes by as well, how much traffic does Dumbest Hornet get held up in this time. But he's right on the back of Flavio, so let's see what he can get up to with Flavio. But Flavio is also right on the back of Era Boys. Era Boys hasn't made the progress I expected, but Gab side by side with G-Star heading through into the final complex, into the penultimate corner. Gab's grabbed the inside. He's got the move done. What a move that is from Mr. Nightshadow.
What a move.
That was very well worked. Now, let's...
G-Star is holding on the back, though.
He definitely is. G-Star will not...
And he's looking.
Let's go and have a look. Let's have a little look. Let's see what goes on. He's up the inside.
Oh, Gab's not giving up too easy.
He's not. There is a bit of contact by the looks of it as well. But Gab's still there. He's still there. But no, he's just backed out. It was probably sensible for him to do so as well. But this is also helping Carl and Lorpy and Bit escape this a little bit. But Simba's now becoming under a bit of pressure from the man in the McLaren, the former Tier 3 champion, Mr. Fanning. So, let's see how close Fanning can get. Well, they're both former Tier 3 champions, I've just now remembered.
Yeah, they are indeed.
I probably should remember that Simba won a title because he beat me to it. So,
He did.
I should probably know that. But, let's continue on. Let's see where Simba can go with this, because he is... Who's just said they can't get in Discord? That is the question I want to know. Somebody's just said it. If it's... Whoever it is, would you be kind enough to invite them?
Oh, it's Flavio.
What, who can't get in? I haven't got him as a friend. Oh no.
Nor have I, actually.
Yeah, and I don't really want to put everyone to the sword here.
No, I'm not friends with him, so it's
So I'm guessing Ant said
really
something horrible about me because he's just searched how to get forgiveness. So now he's probably going to be being really nice to me in YouTube chat for the rest of the time. But let's continue on. Let's see the battles, because Fanning is still right up the chuff of... He's right at the chuff of Simba, so let's see what goes on. I'll look at the DMs if there's another safety car, Ant, because we've got a race to focus on right as of this moment, so... He just said ready to be sad.
Get him done quickly.
Why are you trying to make me sad? That's the question. But, let's see, Fanning. He's going to have the DRS. Is Simba going to go really hard on the defence here? Because he knows those softs of Fanning are going to go off quicker than the majority of other people's. But, oh no, he's not. Simba seems to have good enough straight line speed to hold him off. I think someone's at a moment. I think it's Kaiser. Oh, he's in the pit. Ignore me. Let's continue on. Let's have a little look. Flav, if you're watching, try as well restarting the application. That might help you get back in as well. If not, could someone write that in the Discord to him and maybe he can get back in that way. Yellow in Sector 1, who is that for? I do wonder. Everyone looks to be moving, so I'm not actually sure. But this battle between Fanning and Simba seems pretty enthralling. There's a battle just ahead as well. Marcus stayed in that DRS of Chris. He's still there in the battle. I'm not trying to make you sad, just trying to raise awareness and put a smile on your face. I mean, oh, what a great... Is this you trying to get forgiveness now? You're listening to the hints of Google. But...
Right. I'm back, sorry.
Was you inviting said Flavio to the party?
I've sent him a friend request, so if he accepts, I can invite him.
Oh, friends. Oh,
friends.
Formula One friend. I don't know why I'm doing that. That's not true. But oh, B17's getting rid of those softs.
Good choice, I think.
I tell you what though, Corey's flying. He's just set the fastest lap of the race, and I tell you something. If we look at that battle for P2, Mark Hodgson is playing with the chuff of Chris Bailey. And if we know
really
Chris... Oh, Smoggy Ghosts out. I nearly really started that then, and that was quite embarrassing. And a safety car
safety
again.
car.
Safety car.
Safety car.
This one is in honour of Noel Hunt, the new Reading manager.
You know what? You're getting as bad as Watford going through managers.
No, we haven't sacked our manager in over a year, but Noel Hunt's the GOAT, so he's... Yeah. I just had to shout him out once on stream. I just had to shout him out once on stream, just, yeah.
Is he the GOAT, or are you just, like, really hopeful?
I'm just, at this point, depressed. But, yeah.
Can't be worse than being a Leeds fan, I say, as a Leeds fan.
I mean, we could be playing you. Well, no, we might be going down ourselves, but if we're not, we could be playing you next season.
Yeah, Crystal Palace game was the best.
That gives you an excuse to come to Reading, then. And see me.
Hooray, friends!
And then we can have a fight about who's going to win.
Yay, friends! Football friends!
Mandy said, how many do we think will finish the race?
2.
Wow. Chris has pit!
Oh, he has!
As has Mark. So Mark's followed him in.
Other Chris back in the fight.
But this actually puts him ahead of them. So he's now jumped them, because he's theoretically at the moment, on the same wavelength as them kind of thing. So at the minute, Dumbest Hornet is actually in the net lead, because Corey won't come out ahead of him at the moment either. So... Yeah. This could also be... also, Wumax has now jumped Chris and Mark as well. But the one to watch is... Corey could really lose out here.
Yeah, he could, to be fair.
Quite massively. Really so, yeah. This is definitely an interesting one. So, Kaiser Soze, he's dropped to last, so pitting under that safety car did not help him at all. Smoggy Ghost will be out. So, anyway, let's answer the question from Mandy. Who do we think... How many people do we actually think will finish? I'm going to go with 9.
I'm going to be slightly more optimistic and say 13.
I mean, fair enough. That's a good call. How many do you think, Mandy? How many do you think will finish? And everyone in that YouTube chat, for that matter, how many do you think will finish? That is actually a really good question. So have you got any more trivia? Because I know Ant's probably itching away at his face to answer some more questions.
Probably.
You know what Ant's like? He's an impatient man. He needs the trivia. Ant says 12, Mandy says 12, and then Ant says, but Gav's going to retire, so 11. Okay. You should be feeling so privileged that he's not here. He would be absolutely raging at you in some Scottish, well, fake Scottish, I should say, accent, screaming his head off. Ant says he's itching and scratching. You might want to go to the doctors, mate, and get checked for head lice. Or fleas.
Okay, let's try this one. Who took his penultimate win at the Dutch Grand Prix?
Me. Oh wait, I haven't won there.
No. The penultimate win of his career.
Martin just said it's raining men, but instead of men, it's safety cars.
Yeah. You haven't got long to answer, Ant. The safety car's coming in. Who won his penultimate win at ZANDVOORT?
Ant said he'll probably join comms. Yeah, he probably will at some point. Or if he's listening, he'll be here very quickly. He should just come and say something about you, most likely.
I like to keep it vague, Ant. I'm trying to test you here.
Yeah. But the question is, how big of a gap can Corey pull before the next safety car? I'll tell you what, guys, as well, YouTube chat, let me know what lap you think the next safety car is going to be. And Simon, let me know what you think.
It wasn't Fittipaldi, it was Jackie Stewart, in fact.
Oh, the Scotsman himself.
Yes, indeed.
Simon, what lap's the next safety car going to be?
29.
You're saying 11 laps, well, 10 laps with no safety car.
Yep. I have faith.
I'm saying 21.
Just saying what?
Lap 21 with those, we'll get the next safety car. But, let's see, Corey has made a pretty good restart though. Good getaway. Chris has already passed Gav, but he's not because Gav hasn't given up. Gav's staying up his inside into turn 2. Oh, that was so unbelievably close between them two. Is Gav going to play the team game though and let Mark get straight back after Chris? That is the question.
I'm thinking probably not.
He is, I think he is. I think Mark is actually... No, he's not. Wait, has he? I'm so confused right now. No, Gav's the one with... Gav's the one who's a Rangers fan with a green helmet. Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Fanning tries to dive up the inside of Hodgson.
Oh, Fanning pit as well, so that's put him right in amongst them as well. So that's an interesting one. I tell you what, those Cole's held on to the back of Simba quite well here early on.
Yeah, he has.
Corey's going to be trying to make that gap as big as he can early on here, so that's going to be interesting. How quick? Dumbest Hornet.
Spectacular move around Wumax from Mark H there.
Oh, Mark H has got past Wumax. We will come back to that. Fanning's also got past him. Wumax is really, really strong. Oh, so close to the wall with the banking was Wumax. But let's have a look. Dumbest Hornet right on the back. Let's have a look a bit further back because I think Fanning's side by side with Wumax heading into Tarzan. Yeah. There's a bit of contact, but they both just about survived it. So, yeah.
Tell you what, Gav is not letting Mark Hodgson through at all.
He's really not, is he? And it's actually because Chris is now... Chris and Chris are side by side at the moment, and Chris is through on Chris. Yeah. And I'm confused which Chris I'm talking about, so I won't say Chris anymore. But... Yeah, this is really costing Mark now, being stuck behind Gav.
Yeah, it really has.
Because his battle was with Chris Bailey, and Chris Bailey's now a further, well, effectively 2 cars ahead of Mark, so...
Yeah.
Mark will be saying some very strong words, but I think Gav has just moved over and let him go. I think Gav has just let him go as the team game. Now, how quickly can Mark attack the dumbest of Hornets? That is the question.
Chris Bailey is pulling a bit of a gap already to dumbest Hornet.
He is. He's already starting to attack his MRCX arch nemesis, though, who is G-Star. So let's see what Chris Bailey can do. Can he get him down the straight, heading down to Tarzan? Is he going to make the move? He's... Oh, they get the back! He made contact. That looked like there was contact on board with him anyway. But, oh, that was so lucky that G-Star did not go round there.
Oh, he's going for the switchback.
Let's have a look. They're side by side. Chris Bailey did ultra aggressiveness. Side by side, just about surviving. G-Star holds on. Brilliant driving from the pair of them.
My gosh.
Yeah, that is some insane driving. But I tell you something, Dumbest Hornet has got a whole race without spinning.
So far.
I'm reasonably surprised, and he is under a whole load of pressure from Mr. Hodgson.
Here comes Bailey again.
Let's have a look at Bailey, and then let's watch back afterwards for Hornet. Bailey looks around the outside, but he's going to have the inside for 10. He hits the curb, but gets the move done. Let's have a look at Hornet and Mark.
Bailey gets the move done as well.
The issue for Mark is now, Hornet's going to get the DRS on G-Star.
Yep.
This is a very close four-way battle at the moment. Let's have a look. Hornet's got the run. He's going to make the move on G-Star here. Into turn 1B. Get it! 3 wide! Oh, that was so unbelievably close.
A bit wide.
It really was, but here he's still side by side. Dumbest Hornet is with G-Star, but here goes Mark. He's taken the opportunity. He's gone up the inside into turn 4. What a move, an opportunistic move that was from Mark as well.
Wow.
That was brave. He had to put a lot of trust into both drivers there. Chris will be kicking himself with that one. That he left the door open a bit too much. He left the door open a little bit too much just for Mark to just sneak in and take it. But Fanning's right on the back of that now as well. So That's going to be interesting. With Gav, he's fallen a bit far back, but don't forget Gav's done 21 laps on his set of mediums. Now, Corey's gap out front, 6.5 seconds. Who has? Gav.
Gav!
Oh, he'll be gutted. Those tyres are going to be cooking like crazy. So, Carl still, he's kept that gap reasonably honest to Simba. It's not been too bad at all. Lorpy also now though, he's right on the back of Carl. Is Lorpy going to be able to make the move into Tarzan? They're side by side. Lorpy has a look up the inside, but Carl really good on the traction. Manages to keep it round the outside and hold off, and he's ahead of Lorpy. But let's have a look a bit further back, because G-Star's now putting a bit of pressure on Mr. Hodgson. But I think they both survived it.
Hornet's got a bit of a run.
About. Let's have a look at Hornet. He's having a little look around the outside, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't become vulnerable to Fanning behind, who's just hit the grass and had a bit of a moment. But they're both still going and both still alive. Just about. Let's see what else goes on right here, because these guys are really pushing to the limits at the moment. Let's see what else is going on. Any other... Oh, Chris has got past Lorpy for P4 as well, so Chris is already trying to make his statement. But the issue for Chris is he's around about 10 seconds or so behind Corey now.
But Corey does still have to pit as well.
He does. But Chris Bailey's still guaranteed to pit one more time because he's gone medium, so...
Yeah. Be interesting to see what strategy Corey goes for.
It will be. I don't think the one stop's going to be possible around here. Carl was...
No.
Chris has got past Carl as well, so Chris's progress has been very strong. Meanwhile, Mark is currently just sat there, sort of stuck a little bit behind Lorpy, so I can say my prediction for lap 21 was wrong.
Yes, it was.
Which I'm happy about, because it means that we might eventually get this race done at some point tonight. But
we can hope.
I mean, we're not even halfway through yet. We've been going for about 35 to 40 minutes at this point, so yeah. Mark goes up the inside of Lorpy. Is he gonna... He has got the DRS. He's probably gonna be able to keep that head. Who's had the moment in sector 2, I wonder? Because there was yellow flags. It's Dumbest Hornet, I think, because he's dropped right off the back of Fanning. And now he's under a bit of pressure from B17, so we've actually managed to curse Dumbest Hornet into a spin.
It doesn't take much cursing, to be fair.
Are you sorry?
No.
Well, you should be. That's your brother.
Absolutely not.
But here goes Hodgie. He's having a little look at Carl, but he's not quite close enough. Fanning's pit again. I wonder if there was contact between him and Dumbest.
No, yes, he's changing his front wing.
Yeah, there could have potentially been contact then, and that could have led to why Dumbest went round or whatever.
Yeah, it could have.
So, but Dumbest appears to have got away pretty penalty free after that, so yeah. But Mark right on the back of Carl. Let's see, can Mark get that move done quickly enough? That's the question.
Virtual safety car.
Oh, we have got a VSC. I wonder who that could be for. I do wonder if it's maybe for Gav potentially, because Gav looks like he's dropped back a bit further. No, Gav's got a full wing intact. Who's that for then?
I have no idea.
Surely someone on this track's got no wing. Unless Fanning came out of the pits and had a moment. He did. Fanning did. He's got no wing.
Oh no!
So Fanning's come straight out the pits and lost his wing again. So yeah, it's Fanning that's brought out the virtual. Corey's come in the pits.
Corey's taken the moment to pit.
He's gone to the hards as well. It was Chris close enough? That's the question. It looks like he may have been. This is going to be so close. So unbelievably close. Has he got him? Has Chris got him? He has.
He's done it!
He has. But can Corey go to the end on those hards?
I would be amazed. Fanning's out. Fanning's out.
He is. He's gone.
We have a full safety.
Is there a yellow dot? Oh, there is. Wow.
Yeah, there's a full safety.
I mean, you was quite close with your prediction, I guess.
Not far off.
Yeah, it wasn't bad going, I'll give you that. But, let's wait and see what else is going on. So, YouTube chat, time to wake up again. This is where we need you. So, let's see what other dramatics are going on. Have you got any more trivia for the boys and girls of the YouTube community?
How mean am I allowed to be?
I mean, I'm leaving that up to you.
Which driver has recorded the only win, podium and pole position of his F1 career at the Dutch Grand Prix in 1959?
1959?
Yep.
Simba's pit, by the way, from the lead.
Oh, he has.
Just in other news, I wonder if he could potentially really have pulled a blinder here. He's put on the mediums against... Oh, he's really slow. Okay, that looked really slow. I think the game made him look a lot slower than it actually was. 1959?
Yeah.
Brabham. No, he won a lot of races and championships. I don't even know. I have no idea. Ant says that's a horrible question.
This is a horrible question, it is. I will put you all out of your misery. It is Joe Bonnier.
I thought you should say Joe Guanyu then. I was like, wow, he's been around years.
Joe Bonnier? Bonnier? I don't know if he was French or what, but yeah.
The gecko's woken up.
Has he?
He's just said, hi lads, I'm pretty sure he's meant to be racing.
Oh my gosh. I can also ask one more that no one's going to be able to answer. Do you want to hear it?
I'll get it.
The first Grand Prix at ZANDVOORT during the pre-F1 era in 1948 was won by who? The only Thai driver to race in Formula 1 until Albon. Connor's broken. How is it spelt? B-O-N-N-I-E-R. Joe, I would assume it's Bonnier. It sounds French. Yes, who is the Thai driver who won in 1948? It was a prince, you're right, and...
What year was it?
What year was it? It was 1948. I'll give you half a point,
Prince Beera.
because you got that it was Prince. Prince? Stop Googling.
No, I know him. He was the GOAT.
Lies and slander, you're Googling, it's cheating, you don't
I
get a
knew
point.
that. That was off the top of my head as well. I'm quite proud of myself.
Lies and slander.
I was trying to I watched that race live.
Did you?
Yeah. Ant believes me, don't you, Ant?
You've aged very well then, I must say.
Yeah, I know. Stunning, aren't I? And my voice, see? Amazing.
Well done.
But yeah, see, I'm so good at this general knowledge. You got any other questions that I can answer?
Who was in a burning wreck at the Dutch Grand Prix in 1973? Had a crash, car caught fire in 1973.
I'm trying to think what race Lauda has his fire at.
It wasn't at the Dutch Grand Prix, I can tell you that.
Martin said, what was special about Joachim Rin's last race here? He said, Google the answer because they're just about to go racing again.
I'm Googling now. Final Dutch Grand Prix.
Do you know how to spell Rins?
Yes, I know how to spell Rint.
Okay, Chris Penny's pulled a bit of a gap. See something? Mark Hodgson right on the back of Corey. I thought he was going to try and move into turn 1, but he hasn't. But they have caught G-Star napping like crazy. G-Star's in a different postcode altogether. Have you got an answer for us?
I'm trying to find it the minute.
Oh, okay. But let's continue on then while Simon is doing his treasure hunt. Let's see what all of these other mischievous lot get up to. Because I don't trust any of them. Let's see. So, Kaiser Soze, he's made a bit of progress. Those hard tyres are brought him forward at least a little bit. But I don't think the hard tyres are working the best for everyone. But if Martin has the tyre wear anything like of what he had at Mexico, he's going to be laughing like crazy. So, let's see what else goes on. So Simba also, he's dropped a lot of places now. He's behind Wumax. That pit stop has hurt him a little bit with how far it dropped him down. Yellow flag. I think Gav's gone round again. He has. Gav has gone round. Oh, he's going to be absolutely kicking himself. He's going to be hating every single second of this. Oh.
Apparently, someone died.
Oh, God.
Courage? The Dutch Grand Prix where Courage was killed.
Oh, wow. That is sad.
Yeah. Gav's having a bit of a moment.
I mean, I think it's a bit more than a moment at this point, even though the game still claims that he is not... It's like he's trying to be Ragunathan and doing 3-point turn, but...
Yeah.
Daily. But I'm not sure what Gav's doing.
No.
I do wonder if he's been kicked from the session here.
No, he's not ghosting.
He's just about to be lapped.
He's
not careful.
That's a very strange one.
He'll be praying for a safety car right about now.
Yeah, he would love that right about now.
I do wonder if something's happened to him there, like maybe like a controller disconnect or something, because
yeah, something must have happened.
He was stopped for an awful long time there.
He was.
But look at Corey's pace on those hards. He is kept right with Chris as well. So
He has, he really has.
Yeah, he definitely has, but Mark is right with them too, so let's see. We know Chris is going to get his elbows out. Let's see if Mark can pick up on any potential scraps that these two bring with them. G-Star is falling back. He's falling into the clutches of one Dumbest Hornet. Famous for, well, spinning, and that's about it. But he's still there right behind him. So I won't be too mean to Chris, because I know he will be upset. I know Geke's watching to report back to him everything I'm saying. So,
exactly.
Chris, I wish you the best and I hope you win, and so does Simon.
Can I just make one small point?
It depends how small.
We're at lap 31 and there has not been a single time penalty yet in terms of track extension.
I mean, yeah. That is a valid
I just
point.
wanted to say bravo to all of the drivers, because there's not been a single track extension time penalty yet. Well done.
Yeah, no. It's good going, but let's have a look at that battle for the lead, because Corey's had a look around the outside. He's gone for the switchback on Chris. He's got the run. Chris has had a bit of a bad exit. Let's have a look. They're side by side into the banking, but Chris just about holds on. These two are getting feisty, that is for sure. Chris's exit out of turn 1 was not the best, though, it has to be said. So, let's see what else is going on.
We've got a little train developing from single track back to Carl.
Oh, we have got a couple of cars joining that.
And Hero Voice is right up the back of Loppy here.
He is. Hero Voice is on those soft tyres. He's really struggled in this race, though, hasn't he? Hero Voice, he'll be kicking himself. He's got his teammate right up his chuff as well, so that is one to watch out for. But Error Voice is going to be trying everything to get past his Dutch compatriot, that is for sure. But let's go have a little look at Corey versus Chris Bailey part. I've forgotten what part it is, but he's gone for the outside line this time. But Chris really got his elbows out and sort of squeezed Corey out on the exit. And it gave Corey no way of coming back, so good driving between the two of them. What did you say, sorry?
I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, I thought you said Connor and whispered it. I thought you wanted to tell me something. Oh, okay. But these two are getting scarily close to Gab now.
And that is not a point you needed to make. Naughty, we're being supportive of the MRC drivers.
What did Ant say?
He said, well, most laps have been under safety car.
Yeah, Ant. Come on. Oh, Gab's round.
Again.
There was no need for the again. You're meant to be supporting him.
Yeah, I walked into that one.
From what I've heard, Gab watches too much Dumbest Hornet on YouTube.
Yeah, you're not supposed to learn from Dumbest Hornet, I'm afraid.
That was probably a bit far, wasn't it? But
Dumbest Hornet as a teacher is do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. I'm sorry, Chris. And Gab, for that matter. But Corey versus Chris, part 4. Oh, Corey's gone late to the inside. Chris is still on the outside. Chris super late on the brakes. He's going to get the much better exit you would do. Oh, there's contact. Corey's in the wall. He's got no wing.
Oh, dear. And that's another safety car.
Goodness. You get safety cars these days for... Wow, Gab's going to be absolutely gutted because he's now a lap down and he's at the back of the field as well.
He is.
At least if he was still at the front, he would have managed to unlap himself. Well, not unlap himself, but go to the back of the pack. But oh, that was a big defining moment in this race, that is for sure. We're going to have to watch the fight back from Corey now. We're just coming up to halfway, though.
Oh my gosh.
Halfway. We've been going for 50 minutes. At this rate, we'll be done. About 20 to 10. About 20 to 10 will be done. But this, no, I've enjoyed this though. This has been, there's been battling the entire way through here. So
it's been a great race. I'm just sleepy.
Well, wake up, drink another beer. Go on.
Yeah, beer's gonna wake me up with all that caffeine.
So yeah. But let's see, YouTube chat have been awake today. 134 comments we are on. That is ludicrous.
We appreciate you, YouTube chat.
Avalanche said Connor didn't follow the script, that's why the whisper. Avalanche just put, oh no, and has put no. Martin just put, bloody hell, this is an interrupted one. Martin said, I was last for about 5 laps, I think. Avalanche says, I'm still at the office at 9:50 PM watching some good old MRC. That is what I like to hear. You're watching us while working hard. So, yeah, that is loyalty at its finest.
Absolutely.
It definitely is. Is 5 the maximum amount of safety cars in a race? Now, and this shows you are not an avid watcher of MRC. Because me and Simba hold the record for the most safety cars in one race. And that was a 50% race around Australia. A tier 3 title decider. We had 7 safety cars. 7.
Damn.
I think we had... I can't even remember how many finishes. I think it was like 8. And it was one of the worst days we've ever had as stewards, because we also had to decide the title in the stewards room, pretty much.
I have a counter for that.
Okay.
Tier 4 Baku last season, where we had 3 finishes.
That was funny, but we didn't actually break the record of safety cars.
Did we not?
No, we only hit 6. That was me and you as well.
It was me and you, yeah.
Yeah, no, and honestly, if you ever get a chance to watch it, because me and Simba on comms, I think it's one of, like, it's definitely, I think my favourite comms in this entire league. It was Tier 3 season, it was the season I was fighting for the Tier 4 title, I think it was season 7, I think. Yeah, season 7. And, yeah, it was a crazy race. Yeah, well, you're meant to be watching before you even join us. You're meant to be a fan, a lifelong fan of MRC. That's what you're meant to be.
Disgraceful.
You've just hurt me now in every way possible. You're meant to be the MRC dictionary, encyclopedia. Imagine United seeing 7 go past. I respect that. Well done. You're now back in my good books. Some say they're drinking 7-Up.
You've appealed to the Liverpool fan there.
Yes, you've appealed to. You've now. Well, he's also a Liverpool fan. That's the one thing. That's why I call him the French Scouser.
Disgraceful.
It's alright. We can't all be Leeds and bottom of the league or second bottom or wherever they are.
Hey, we are not in the relegation zone yet.
Oh, you're actually not?
Nope. We're still just outside, I believe.
I kind of remember the last time you scored a goal.
Oh
wait, you did, but you lost 5-1 to Palace.
How dare you?
Gav's just unlapped himself.
Did we or did we not score?
Gav's now got a drive-through for ignoring yellow cards. Yellow flag, sorry. He's got to unlap himself and now has to. I think this is the only way
Gav's just had enough now.
Well, the drivers, I don't know if they were letting him really. I don't know if it looked like they were, but whatever your plan was there, Gav, it has sincerely backfired, mate.
Yeah.
So, but Corey now, where is Corey? He's down in P11, so how quickly can he get on the back? Because I've got a feeling Mark and Chris may be fighting. This battle may be raced long now.
I think it might be, yeah.
But I tell you something, if Dumbest Hornet wants to put himself back in the fight, 27 laps Dumbest Hornet's done on a set of mediums.
Dude,
that seems like an awful lot. G-Star's done 36 on the hards. Yellow flag.
I mean, you've gone and cursed him.
It wasn't the Hornet, was it?
It was Dumbest Hornet, you cursed him.
I blame Simon.
Excuse you? That was nothing to do with me.
At least he hasn't got damaged, that's the main thing.
Well, yeah.
Booty, 5 seconds ignoring yellow flags, you naughty boy!
Disgraceful.
I don't know why I shouted that, there was absolutely no reason for it, but yeah. Kaiser Soze right on the back of the league owner. I've seen this battle a few times in Tier 2 this season. It never fails to disappoint between Mr. Singletrack and Kaiser Soze.
Absolutely.
So, yes, but I'll tell you some two drivers that have been together a lot this race as well. Mr. Simba and Carl, they've been glued to each other for a little while now, haven't they? But they've got the rather scary thought of a Corey right behind them. So, yeah, that's going to be how quickly can Corey navigate his way past those two. But look at the battle for the lead. Mark is still within that DRS. He hasn't got DRS yet, though, obviously. But we are down to about 34 laps. Yes, he has. We are now effectively got a 50% race of ZANDVOORT left. That's all we've got left. So.
Oh my gosh. We're getting there slowly.
Yeah. But let's see. So, Chris Bailey, Mark. But Chris Bailey's actually broken out of the.
He has.
But the issue for Chris is he's going to have to pit again. And so does Mark. They both do.
Yeah, I mean, Corey's actually in a pretty good position on those hard tyres now, I think.
He is, and he's now overtaken Carl as well into turn 1. So, next up for Corey is Simba, which is going to be an interesting one, because Simba will not want to be letting him pass with ease, but at the same time, Simba's also got his eye on the two in front of him, which is Kaiser Soze and Single Track.
Yes.
So, let's see what goes on from here. Error Voice, I've noticed, has pitted for a set of hards as well. He seems to be struggling quite a bit though, our boy. He's been attacked actually by the AI of Flavio, so that's not going to be ideal.
Gab's gone spinning again, I think.
Oh, Gavin. Gavin. Yep, he's facing backwards. He's in reverse. And safety car.
And it's a safety car.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Safety car.
Endless safety cars.
Well, we're now at 6, but this still won't break the record necessarily because this is a 100% race. We did 7 in a 50%. So
yeah, that is true.
So mine and Simba's record will stay intact no matter what. After this race now.
It will for the moment.
And to be honest, I don't fancy having 14 safety cars today, so thank you guys, if that's alright.
Oh, please.
The fact is, we're on our 6th safety car, but we've only had 4 DNFs.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good going.
It's definitely not. Good going is definitely not the phrase I'd use for it anyway, that is for sure.
Well, I mean, there could have been a lot more DNFs for the amount of safety cars we've had.
But I tell you, the two that won't be happy with this one little bit will be Chris Bailey and Mark, because no matter what, those two have to pit again, and obviously this just brings Corey right with them.
It really does. Corey's looking very comfortable right now.
And Corey's definitely going to be able to go to the end now on those hards, so...
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely going to be something. And obviously, Chris and Mark are definitely going to have to go to the hards, unless they're going to try and drag those mediums out for a set of softs at the end. But we saw the softs went off reasonably quickly in the first stint. And that was with safety cars as well.
Really quickly.
So, hold on a minute. But yeah, they definitely did. Okay, that's all I'll say. You know what I've just read. But let's see then, because so Thomas Horner's taking this opportunity to pit. He's now gone for a set of mediums, so that's him going to try go to the end now as well. Gav is obviously on the back of the pack, but he is a lap down from the rest of the field, which will be very going for him. I wonder if he's also got a server drive through, which is not ideal. What penalties does Boofy have? I do wonder. He's on 5 seconds, so that's not ideal for him either. But obviously there is no stewarding tonight, so whatever you get really. Not a lot we can do or say. What else is going on here? So single track. Let's go and have a look at tyres, because single track has done 36 laps. G-Star 40 laps on a set of hards. That is some stint he's done. I wonder, he's going to be on those mediums soon, and I'm sure when he goes to the mediums he's going to be absolutely flying. But let's see what else. So I wonder if Simba can... What time did Simba start on? I think he started on mediums, which in that case will mean he has to box again as well, no matter what. I wonder if he could potentially go to soft at the end though. That could be an interesting little choice. Carl, he's a man, he's right up there. He's had a very impressive showing today as Carl. He'll be, I think, very delighted with how his race has gone. Lorpy, another driver, he's done 15 laps. He's a pretty quiet one. He was right up there at one point, but he's had a few mistakes which have cost him. Boofy, very quiet but solid race from him. But as I said, 5-second penalty going to cost him. B17, great comeback drive from his quali. But let's go, because safety car is underway. Simon Pratt, are you back?
I am.
Yay! But let's see. So Chris Bailey is going to run away. He is now starting. Oh, Simba's got 5 seconds. Collision with Corey. Oh, wow. I wonder what's going on now. I wonder if... Oh, that's a weird one. But Chris has gone. And he's somewhat caught. Mark's sort of stuck with him. But let's have a look behind, because Martin is in a ferocious battle with G-Star. Is he going to be better on the brakes? Does he have a look? He doesn't. He backs out, but Kaiser Soze gets super close. Gav's been disqualified. Ignored drive-through penalty. Well, that's a bit harsh, because he has now been disqualified, and there's not a lot you can do under a safety car unless they expected him to follow him in. Why is there? Why is Corey? So Corey must have got wing damage through the contact with Simba, which has made Corey pit again, which is going to be
did get damage, yeah.
yeah, which is now going to be music to Chris Bailey's ears. That is for sure.
If you're Chris Bailey, do you just jump in the pits right now?
No, you definitely don't, because that'll put him to plumb last still. And oh, Corey's round!
Oh no!
He's just lost it. Oh, this race has gone very pear-shaped.
His front wing's intact though, from what I can see.
Yeah, he didn't hit the wall, but he definitely went round. I saw that. That is for sure. Dumbest Hornet made a move on Error Voice. He's now ahead of him and into P12. I wonder if that's a Gavinsky popping into YouTube chat, because I've just seen a new message pop up. So let's see. Is that Gavin explaining how his race went?
No.
Oh, disappointing. I question if he's even a fan of MRC.
Disgraceful.
Do we think Gav's a fan, yes or no?
Yes.
So Mark started on... Oh, haven't I said Connosaurus Hex at it again? Wow. Wow. And, by the way, this is your fault completely. Because you said Gav is definitely going to retire. Corey's out!
Oh, he is!
That looks like it was in the pits, though. Yeah, because he's now returned to track, so it was in the pits. So, this is now a straight battle, you would say, pretty much between Chris and Mark. Unless...
Yeah, and possibly G-Star, actually.
It all goes by if G-Star can get those mediums on fairly soon, because bearing in mind, he hasn't pitted yet at all in this race.
No. He's dragged those hard tyres a really long way.
I don't even want to think about how they'll feel. They must be awful. But...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's wait and see. So, Simba's right. He's starting to catch back up to the Battle of Kaiser Soze single track G-Star. Single track just doesn't seem to be able to get the job done on G-Star, which, fair play to G-Star, he's somehow keeping that car going in the same direction on a set of hards, which are...
Mind you, single track's on 39 lap old hards.
He is, but you'd still expect almost, you know... You would have said I cursed him. Had I backed Gab, you would have said I cursed him. I ain't no Connor.
Ooh.
I think you are, though.
You've got the commentator's curse now as well, Anne.
Yeah, you're now a commentator, so anything you say in YouTube chat now reflects to... They can hear that, the drivers can.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with me, so don't be passing your blames on me, Mr. Anton. Because I won't have it, okay?
Not having this.
Luckily for you, we haven't done comms together yet, so I haven't been able to announce you with your brand spanking new nickname yet.
Ooh, intriguing.
But there is an MRC extra with me at some point, so just you wait for that very moment. So, let's wait and see. Oh, so there's a little battle now starting to form for P10 between Wumax, Dumbest Hornet and Boothie. There's a little train starting to... Well, what prediction did Ant make that was correct?
Gav with DNF.
Oh. He said I can't wait to do comms with you. I would be. I'm sure he can.
Just be thankful it's not 100%.
Well, it might be. It actually might be. I can't remember which comms he's with me for MRCX, but don't forget there's like 8 races this season at MRCX that is 100% distance, so there is every chance. But let's have a look. Single track, again, right on the rear of G-Star. Is he going to be able to get the move done though? He's just been close, but no cigar every single time on the back of G-Star. Let's see. How much... The thing is, G-Star's still got quite a chunk of his ERS left. I wonder if G-Star's running slightly lower wings. Oh, I thought Martin was sending one up up Tarzan then, but okay, I probably shouldn't have worded it that way, but oh well. Dumbest Hornet. Oh, there's contact. Boofy's round. And I think Hornet's got
And
wing damage.
Max and Hornet both lost their front wings in the process.
No, Hornet seems good. If you look at his
No,
car...
Hornet is fine, actually.
Yeah, he looks like he's pretty good. But Wingmax
How
definitely
was he
has...
good out of that one?
I was going to say, I definitely saw debris go flying. I definitely did.
I thought I saw a Red Bull wing go flying, but apparently not.
No, apparently they're indestructible.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something though, on F123, do you not just hope that even on equal cars, Red Bull get that illegal DRS? Because I think I'll be picking Red Bull again, just for the straight... I won't need a... I could run 50-50 wings and still be faster than everyone else. What are you...
Hornet, that is not the route around the track that you're supposed to take.
Oh, he's being called out by his own brother.
Just reinvented the track and decided he was going to take a new line through the gravel.
Avinash just said, with the boss man's pace, we may have McLaren engineers in YouTube chat. Anne likes my comment when I said sending one up Tarzan. I was quite proud of that one. I was surprised Simon didn't pick up on it and start laughing, being he's a few pints deep at this point. But I see something that's interesting. Dumbest Hornet has come in and got a 5-second penalty for speeding.
You can't help some people, honestly.
Oh. Boofy's now out. Safety car, surely.
No.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you. The game actually loves me.
Retirement, so I think we're fine.
Oh, Boopy was in the pits. Okay, that makes an awful lot of sense now. But let's have a look. Single track versus G-Star part thingy. I can't believe I've just said that single track was sending one up Tarzan.
I'm just gonna not respond to that one because it's safer that way.
I know the comments that's coming to me tomorrow, that's for sure. But yeah.
On another note, Chris Bailey's pulling away a little bit.
He is. Mark is sort of holding on a little bit. Mark's got a lot more of his ERS though. Look at how Chris has drained his. 22% for Chris, 65 for Mark. So Mark still has a lot more pace in that car at this moment in time. But G-Star, I'm so shocked by his pace. I mean, Martins is also very, very strong, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But the fact that those two are still anywhere near... Mandy said one more of my prediction is right. Oh, for finishers. So Mandy said 12. Ant said 13.
Oh, you said 11, I believe.
Wait, Ant said read with Len Goodman's voice. Do you mean sending one up Tarzan? I can't remember what Len Goodman's voice like.
Nor can I now.
I was going to read it with David Attenborough's voice. Oh no, that wouldn't be good.
Oh my good grief.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Although I know Ant's going to go, yes, do it. Here we see a wild single track, sending one up Tarzan. Oh no.
Oh my god, this stream has just gone to pot now.
We are going to get... Oh, I thought they were going to go side by side into Tarzan this time, but they weren't quite. Oh, he said 7 with Len Goodman's voice. 7! There you go. There you go, he's happy now.
Oh, good grief.
But yeah.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I've just realised Len Goodman's the guy from Strictly Come Dancing, or used to be in it, I think. I hope that's right, otherwise I'm going to look super stupid.
I have no idea, to be honest.
I've got to get a few... You've got to get a few imitation lessons from Gav, I'm afraid. Well... Tough.
Yeah, come on.
That's what I'm saying, tough. Mark is now in the DRS of the blowhole.
He is.
Oh, I could get in a lot of trouble if these two go side by side into Tarzan.
It's going to be interesting. He's got the DRS.
Oh, he is. He's not going to be close enough this lap though, but Mark is now starting to push. He's used about 20% of that ERS. But Bailey still has about half of what Mark has, so he's getting close. Dumbest Hornet. Oh yeah, I forgot he pit again. That's why he's down to last. Error Voice has worked his way back into the top 10 though, but he is really struggling for paces. Error Voice, isn't he, today? He's not having it. I wonder if he's got like rear wing damage or something that's potentially costing him here. But Single Track is closer than ever to the rear end of the Dutchman that is G-Star. So let's have a little look. Are these two going to get all frisky into the middle sector? I don't think they are, but we know Martin likes a frisky night in Amsterdam. Although we're not in Amsterdam, but still. Some say Martin is the reason that the English are now banned from Amsterdam.
Ooh.
Oh, breaking news. Don't share. Well, share the video, but don't like, subscribe, share, and report Martin. But let's see. So, is he get? I don't know what's. Oh, but look how close Mark and Chris are now. Mark, he's closing, he's closing, he's closing. He's not going to be close enough again this lap though. But we know Chris likes running slightly lower downforce setups than everybody else. So, yeah.
Ooh, Mark had half a look there.
Yeah, Abinash says, for more information, click the notification bell. Yes, do that. What he said. Yeah. Mandy said, yes, Len was in Strictly. Thank goodness for that. I don't look totally stupid. But let's wait and see. Mandy, you do realise, right, if Simba's the next one to crash and your prediction is right, you've done it. It's all your fault.
Yep. Oh, I think a Hornet is round again.
Name something. Name a more iconic duo than Dumbest Hornet and Spinning.
There is not one.
I honestly want to hear people sit there and I want to hear their brains tick, because there is not one in any world.
There is not. It is the ultimate duo.
Yeah, Chris Pratt and Spinning. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just iconic. Single Track and G-Star part, I've lost count how many parts are out of that battle now, but they're heading into Tarzan again, but just about survive the... Ooh, I was going to say something really bad, but... yeah, I'd have to put an 18 plus warning. But, this battle out front is starting to hot up. Mark is starting to pressure Chris, but he's still not used an absolute great deal of his ERS. Mark's still got over 50%. Chris is on a mere 24, so Chris is going super duper defensive here to try and hold Mark off. But I don't think Mark is in a massive rush to try and overtake Chris.
No, he's just going to keep gently applying the pressure. Oh, there's the first 3-second penalty!
There goes a Connor curse. And it's just a shame that I've done it on the league manager. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Now I probably have just dug myself a hole that I'm not getting out of. But it's all part of the fun and game. I'm sorry, not sorry, Mark. That's what I have to say. Moving on. Mark against Chris part 3. I don't think Mark now needs to get a move on and get that move done, I think. So...
He really does, yeah.
Yeah, but look at this Single Track side by side. There's a gaping hole for him to go into Tarzan, but he... Oh, God, I just absolutely said probably the worst thing I could ever say. But he tried to move. That's all that's important.
Yes.
I just said he tried to go into a gaping hole in Tarzan. Oh, no.
This is getting worse.
The worst bit is I didn't even mean to make it sound dodgy. And just said... Oh, and... Right, that's it. Me and Ant are no longer friends. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Nice.
He's only saying
10 out of 10, and...
He's only saying it because I'm top of the tier 3 championship currently as well. Wow. Wow. That's actually... Abinash like my gaping hole into Tarzan. Whoops.
Oh gosh.
Mandy said, yeah, I could do without Simba crashing. Well, just remember, if there is one more DNF, and it's him, oh God, help you tonight. But Mark still within that second, but
not closing that second down particularly.
And I am top of the championship too, bottle it. Thank you.
Should I just back out of this one?
Probably, because Ant's
I'm
just...
involved in the domestic here.
Ant said you need to be top to bottle it, and I am, at the moment. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, for the moment.
But, Simon?
Yes.
We need words. Apologise.
No.
Okay. Single track against G-Star Part 70, I want to say at this point. I think they've been together nearly the whole race.
Yep.
Mark against Chris, though. Mark really now probably needs to get this done, because Mark is going to have to pit again as well. That's the other thing, isn't he? So, because those two both started on the mediums, there's a bit of a gap between Kaiser and Martin now. And I'll tell you something, that just shows how impressive what G-Star and Martin have done. Kaiser is on 14 lap lesser tyres than G-Star.
Yeah.
And they've both managed to pull 3 seconds away from him. I think Martin's got his non-existent tyre wear again.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how he does it.
Because anyone that watched the Tier 3 Mexico race, I was stuck behind him with brand new mediums and his pace was still filthy. And he took those tyres, I think, from like lap 6 all the way to lap 36.
Yeah.
And he didn't slow down at any point. So, yeah.
Absolute filth.
It really was, but he's a man on a mission. I think he is starting to get a bit impatient, stuck behind that Ferrari, so... But again, like we said earlier, this track is not the easiest track to overtake at, but let's continue on, because Mark is looking ever closer to the blowhole now. So, let's see what can
Oh, he's got a good exit.
He really has. This could be Mark's moment. Oh, he had a bit of a twitch out the final corner, but here goes Mark. Is he closing enough? Chris seems to have really good straight line speed that's stopping Mark getting anywhere near. But at the same time, Mark is still not pushy. He's still not panicking at this point, because Mark still has 70% of his ERS, whereas Chris is still burning through his.
Yeah.
Mark is really playing games here a little bit with Chris. And I don't know if you remember back to season, I want to say 7, when these two were fighting for an Elite Tier Championship together in MRCX, so...
That was my first season. I've slept since then.
I can't remember if it was season 6 or 7. I can't remember when MRCX started running up again.
I think it was season 7. I don't think it existed at the point I was joining them.
Yeah, I think it may have been season 7. Wow, it's like I ran it for a year and a bit, and I can't even remember. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this was the first ever battle I really remember in MRCX. So, let's see whether these two can finish off that battle in style, because they're both going to really be wanting to win this, but I am interested to see when these two are going to get rid of those medium tyres.
Yeah, how long are they going to take them?
But I tell you what though, it's made me realise the guys who pitted early on the mediums earlier have really, you know, they didn't take them long at all in the first stint, did they?
Yeah, no, they really didn't.
But then with that many safety cars, to be honest, it's a bit pointless sort of taking them now.
Well, yeah, indeed.
But I do think Mark and Chris may now be looking at the option of soft with 15 laps to go left of this race. I think we may see them
within that.
I think they may see them come in around lap 60 sort of time. There's a little battle now starting to ensue between Simba, who's not Simba, between Lorp B17 and Carl. These three are all very close together in that battle for P7. That's becoming an interesting one. But I'll tell you something as well. Simba's closed in on the back of Kaiser Soze here as well. So
he has.
Simba's mediums are still working pretty well on lap 30. But don't forget, Simba does also have to pit again.
He does.
But can Martin or well, G-Star definitely can't win this race, because if I'm not wrong, right, Chris and Mark are both in.
Yep.
Now it's a battle of the pit crews. Who is going to come out first? Mark has gone for softs. What has Chris gone for? Softs as well. Who's going to be out first? It's going to be Bailey, so that battle will continue exactly from where it is. But the issue is, can Martin go to the end?
Oh, Bailey got out ahead of the traffic and Mark Hodgson is caught behind Loppy and B17.
Oh, that could have just caused Mark absolutely terribly.
And Bailey's just shooting off.
Oh, Mark is going to be absolutely swearing under his visor right now. You know he is. He's not going to be a happy bunny with that one at all. Saved up all that ERS as well to sort of make a launch on Chris. Chris still has nothing, by the way, as well, virtually. So, how Mark needs to navigate his way past these guys quickly. I think he may try and move on B17 as early as turn 9, to be honest with you. He's looking around the outside. He's made the move around the outside. He's there's contact. Oh, Mark's round. He is
not fully round,
but
just
here goes
spin,
G-Star's in. Single track now takes the lead.
Single track's going to be trying the overcut on G-Star here.
If he even comes in again, that is. Simba's also in as well. He's pit. He's going to be going for softs. So, but that gap now between Chris and Mark is around about 8 to 9 seconds. So,
yeah.
Oh, how the tables turn, and it's such a shame because that could have been an enthralling end to what has been, well, so far, an enthralling race.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Dumbest Hornet, stop spinning, man.
Yeah, what he said.
Straight line.
Straight line. Next time he spins, Chris, just know, during a tier 3 race, you can just laugh at him.
I don't spin, I don't know what you're about.
Yeah.
Never spun in my life, not once.
Let's see, so Kaiser Soze is now in the net P2 as well. I wonder, can Martin do this from here? Surely not.
No, he's going to have to pit. Surely on 55 lap old hards.
If I know Martin, he's not going to. He's got to take them 12 more laps.
He's putting Alex Albon to absolute shame.
Martin, just please in like the Discord after, can we see the tyre wear on those tyres?
Yes, please.
Because I want to know what you're driving on. Because if you take those to the end, that's 67 laps. So he's been on those tyres since lap 5.
Unbelievable.
That is ridiculous. That's all I have to say.
That's what that is.
There's Alex Albon and then there's this. And bear in mind, Australia is a lot better for tyre wear than this track is.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, will Martin get out ahead of Mark currently? He actually... No, he's not going to. No, he's definitely not going to.
Which Mark?
Hodgson. He's not going to.
No.
Yeah, so... Yeah, he's going again. So I think Martin is going to try and go to the end here. Let's have a look at Chris versus Kaiser. This should be pretty much a mismatch at this point. It is.
But he has just wasted his ERS.
He has. And this could end up costing him later because Martin is now in ERS reservation mode. He's got 50%. Yeah. He's going to have it to defend. It all goes by... And by the time Chris catches up to him, I would say it's going to take about 3 or 4 laps. Chris will then have 7 laps on his softs. His softs aren't going to be at their peak at that point either, are they?
No.
But then I'd still probably say they're probably going to be better than, 60 lap hards.
Yeah.
So you would definitely expect that. Mark is now right on the back of the Flopster himself. So is Mark going to be able to get that move done fairly quickly? You would definitely think so. But who wants to edge their predictions this late on in a race? Why are you in?
Hodgson tried to stick it round the outside a Loppy there, but couldn't quite make it work.
He did this. It just looks frustrating for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ant says Martin's got to go for it. Yeah, he definitely does. But Chris has already taken around about a second out of him in the space of a lap. So Let's see, a second a lap, that means striking distance at the minute is around about lap 68 for Chris, so let's wait and see. Well, no, actually probably 67.
66, 67, somewhere around there, yeah.
Which gives us a good little battle, but like I said, Chris, yeah, Martin's definitely got to go for it at this point, 100%, everyone can.
Yeah.
Mark is pretty much playing, I'd say, for P3 at this point, because he needs to get past Soze, but then he still needs to gap Soze by 3 seconds as well. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Mark's just set a purple middle sector, so maybe Mark's looking at a little fastest lap here as well. Now he's got a bit of clear air to run into. Let's see what he can achieve. But let's have a little look. Because now G-Star as well, he's another man that's on the soft. And he's right behind Mr. B17. He's now actually past B17, round the outside into turn 9. Good move from G-Star. His next up is one of his good friends, which is Floppy Lorpies. So
Chris Bailey's taken about 2 seconds out of Martin in 1 lap there.
He definitely has. Gav has just left the session. I mean, fair play for staying.
He's been doing some engineering, I think.
Yeah, most likely you would think so. I mean, we are at 9:30 now. Guys, everyone that stayed with us, thanks so much. It's been one hell of a journey, but we've all had an absolute blast. That is for sure.
And we're so nearly done.
We are. We've got 9 laps to go. 9 thrilling. I tell you what, do you know what would be a nice finish here?
Go on.
A safety car sprint. Let's say 5-6 laps to the end. That would be a lovely finish. That would be.
Don't say it.
You know, when Connor says safety car, Connor gets what Connor wants.
No, it's not going to happen today.
It is. Connor gets what Connor wants all the time, and it's going to be dumbest Hornet that causes it.
No, no.
It is.
I have zero faith in that.
Okay, well, we shall see.
Bailey is in DRS range just about.
He's taken 1.6 out of Martin on this lap alone.
Those hards have fallen off a cliff.
Well, either that or the softs are just working.
Yeah, possibly that.
Why's Ant said no, Connor? Don't ruin it.
Nobody wants a safety car finish. Let's just have nice, clean racing to the end.
I want a safety car. Imagine a sprint. Actually, no, a sprint finish would really. It would really ruin Martin, to be honest.
It would.
Yeah. Mark wouldn't mind a sprint finish. That brings him right back onto the back of Bailey, most likely. So.
Yeah.
Actually, would Mark want it? He's got a 3-second penalty. He probably wouldn't, to be fair.
Probably not.
But the impressive thing is, one driver has got, in 64 laps, one driver has track limits.
Yeah, it's been amazing for track
Dumbest
limits.
Hornet's got 5 seconds. I think that was for speeding in the pit lane earlier.
It was, yeah.
But, yeah, Mandy's still sat there shaking. She's waiting for her last retirement, so she got her prediction right. Mandy's going to be sat there going, please, 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 someone just bring out a safety car. Ant will also be saying this. Actually, no, Ant doesn't want to, but I think Ant deep down also wants to be right. But I think here goes the battle for the lead. Martin goes super defensive. I think he's going to force Chris. He's forced Chris to the inside. Is he going to be... Oh, there's contact. Wheel banging. These two come together. Let's have a little look. Chris goes up the inside. Oh, there's more wheel. Oh, that was quite nasty. Martin goes back up the inside, though, into the... turn 3.
I think Chris yielded the place.
Yeah,
there.
Chris
Fair
may
play
have
to
yielded
the
that
man.
for the bit of contact that was made, because there was a bit of contact there altogether. I think they didn't want to give each other an inch, which I think in this situation is pretty fair enough. But
yep.
I tell you something, Chris will need to get this move done rather sharpishly, because those softs are not long until they're going to be feeling a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at Martin's car, it looks like an absolute disaster of a handful right now. But Martin is really squeezing Chris, but I think he had no choice that time but to let him go. And I think that's going to be Chris through.
Yeah.
But Martin, if he holds out here, because Mark still hasn't got Soze either. Mark is still behind Soze, so Martin is still well on for P2 here.
He absolutely is. I mean, he'll have taken those tyres, like you say, what, about 67 laps in the end?
By the end of this race,
Absolutely filthy.
there's 8 to go. We've got 69 laps.
There's 6 laps to go.
No, 6 laps to go. Sorry, yes, 67 laps. Sorry, my eyes are not working at this time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is absolute filth.
That is a ridiculous... I mean, the safety cars would have helped him, but just looking at that car right now, it's not looking nice. Let's be honest. Like, it looks like an absolute disaster at this point to drive. But
yeah.
Let's see. I wonder if Chris's tyres are going to go off, and it may end up coming back to him a little bit potentially. But
I'm not sure if the softs have a second life.
I don't think they do. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. I mean, Martin's probably on his like 6th or 7th life just on those hards alone at this point.
Yeah.
13 viewers still though at lap 66.
14 now. I mean, thank you all for staying around and just listening to us talk a bit of F1 and talk a lot of rubbish for 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, I tell you what, Avinash has just made a very, very good point. G-Star is going to cause Mark some issues with that penalty.
That is very true.
G-Star, I mean, what Mark needs to hope is that Soze holds up G-Star for a little bit longer, because otherwise G-Star's, he's quietly been absolutely flying here.
He has, which G-Star is very good at. He just very quietly flies under the radar and gets consistently good results.
Honestly, I'm going to put this out there. For me, one of the most underrated drivers in MRC. He's one that doesn't get spoke about a lot, but is consistently up there.
Oh, what a move down the inside of Kisa here!
He is.
Oh,
I think that's Kaiser's tyres sort of kicking in, but this is absolute. Yeah. This is making Mark's day. You just know it is, because Soze, it's the move done from G-Star, and that is that. G-Star now is going to be sending for Mark. But I tell you something, Kaiser could be able to get Mark back here, because he's going to have, not Mark, G-Star back here, because G-Star's not in that DRS of Mark either, so
yeah,
it's a bit of protection. But Mark is now setting after single track, which is going to be a tough one to ask for, because he needs to get single track, then gap him by 3 seconds, and I just don't see it happening. But can Mark even pull the 3 seconds he needs on Soze? That's the question. I mean, he's not far off it already, but still, there's yellow in sector 2. I think that might be Hornet.
It's Hornet.
It is. He was just starting to catch Flavio as well. So, yeah. Simba's got quite a big gap back to B17, so that's not going to be great either. So there's no battle really for there, but I'll tell you something, B17 is kind of now starting to catch Lorpy, which is an interesting one. So it'll be B17's made a very good recovery drive today as well. Also, Simon, get thinking of your driver of the day, because I think I know who you're going to say, but just get thinking of it anyway. I think we may be on the same page when it comes to this one.
I think we might be.
Xavier said 100% right about G-Star. I'm guessing he means about the most underrated. Yeah, he's one that 100%. doesn't get spoke about a lot, but is always there.
100%.
Yeah, Avinash, Pova actually, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to see that he was racing and stuff, but he sadly actually disconnected and couldn't get back in earlier, so it is sadly just his ghost driving around at the moment, but it's still great to see him out on track for the laps he was here.
Exactly.
But I think the field's starting to spread a little bit now, so
it is a little bit.
Yeah. B17, I mean, B17 is still close too, but I think something, G-Star's back in that DRS of Mark as well, so this is going to be a battle. Obviously, G-Star doesn't need to get Mark, but I think for pride and being as that there's not actually anything at stake in this race, he probably will want to try. But the downfall for G-Star is Mark is obviously now, what Mark needs to do is get Martin very quickly, and then hope that him and G-Star end up fighting.
Exactly.
That's what Mark needs to do, but if Mark was going to do it, he'd need to do it this lap, because otherwise he'd only have about 2 laps to escape the wrath of the Dutchman behind him, the Flying Dutchman. But I don't think it's going to be done, unless Mark can get single track on the way down to turn 9. So, let's wait and see. But G-Star's also right there. Kaiser Soze now, Mark's definitely got the gap to Kaiser, so Mark will be finishing minimum P4 in this race, as long as nothing daft happens between now and then.
Exactly.
But there is also the other battle as well, heating up a little bit between B17 and Lorpy here, so...
Yeah, B17 has caught right up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really, really has. He's only on 9 lap younger, 9 lap younger tyres than Lorpy, so... Lorpy's tyres, you still, when you compare them to Martin's, have got nothing on them. But I think Mark may get... I'll tell you what though, we could see a 3 wide moment here on the run down to turn.
Really good.
Well, down to Tarzan, but let's have a little look, because here goes, single track goes instantly defensive, but he's flashing like a man in Amsterdam. But he's not going to be quite close enough. Mark's not going to... Oh, that's so close into Tarzan! Wow, Mark's so good. Wow, I thought there was going to be contact then.
I was sure there was going to be that. Mark tries to throw it round the outside.
He does. Look at the grip. Mark's quite compared. That's an unorthodox place to make a move. But wow, that's sensational. Mark Hodgson's got it done.
He goes.
Now, how much can Martin hold up? Wait. Saviour said, yep, 46 laps on hard. One of the hardest tracks, especially 100% race. More than solid debut. Yeah, definitely is. Avinash said, can G-Star snipe P2? He definitely can.
Yeah.
Definitely can. This point of the race now for him is absolutely pivotal. He needs to dispatch Martin very, very quickly. That is the battle we're going to go on board with. He needs to hope that Martin does not get DRS from Mark. Because if he does, he's going to get caught in a little DRS train here, and it's going to end up. But then Mark needs to really put his foot down. How much DRS has Mark got? Mark's got next to nothing.
Big kick from Martin.
It was, his tyres are gone, and here comes the Flying Dutchman, he's down the inside. I think that could be the move for second place overall here. Was a great move by Mark Saviour, you are definitely correct there. But let's wait and see, because now G-Star has got past Martin, which means Mark is likely to lose P2, but can Mark at least pull the 3 seconds on Martin here potentially?
Potentially.
Definitely be hoping to. Let's see what's going on behind. Is anything with B-Star and Lorpy? B17 and Lorpy, sorry. I've got G-Star stuck in my head now. But no, those two seem to be splitting. I tell you what, Womack's Error Voice, that could be a little battle for the final, the final top 10 spot. But I don't think he's going to be close enough. Womack, sadly, not quite the other Dutchman there. But Chris Bailey, let's go to that man, because he has controlled this race for the vast majority. Corey obviously led early, they had that bit of contact, but Chris Bailey will come around the final corner and he will win at the Dutch Grand Prix. He's also won here in tiered racing, so he is a man that is on fire at ZANDVOORT. Mark Hodgson will come home in second on track. G-Star will take it with penalties. Will Martin take the last podium spot? He will. Wow, that's incredible. Kaiser Soze comes home in 5th. Mark will end up 4th, of course. Lorpy versus B17. Lorpy P6, B17 P7. Mark Simba, the Lion King, will come home in P8. He got a bit ruined by that last pit stop, I think. Carl with a very solid drive today as well. He comes home P9. He'll be delighted with that. The Dutchman that is Error Voice. I mean, he did go forward like he promised, but he's still going to be, I think, kicking himself a little bit at his home Grand Prix here. But here he comes. He's going to be P10. Well, he might not be. It all goes by the run. Womax can get out of the front. This could be a photo finish. Let's go. Let's have a look. No, Error Voice does get it. Womax will be in 11th. And now we've got the dumbest of Hornets coming around the banking, the Anting banking, to finish what has been, honestly, truly spectacular.
Yeah.
It really was.
Massive respect to all of those racers for sticking it out.
Martin had rear tyres of 85 and his fronts were on 79.
Oh, filth.
Oh my god. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
That is crazy. Yeah, Avinash just summed up perfectly. Great night of racing, guys. Yeah, it really, really was.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen many 100% races that provide that much action, and
Yeah.
I don't think there was any point where there wasn't really a battle for DRS or a battle for a position. I think there was one on every single lap. So, MRC,
exactly.
you did yourself tremendously proud this evening, that is for sure. But the podium celebrations, Chris Bailey is going to be cheering his head off. But here goes your final grid. Chris Bailey takes the win. G-Star takes second. Martin, with maybe the stint of the century, takes third. Mark Hodgson in fourth. Kaiser takes fifth with what else was an amazing stint. Lorpy sixth. Great recovery from B17 to seventh. Simba in P8. Bit W takes P9. Error Voice P10. Wimax P11. Domus Tornis P12. Flavio in his debut takes P13. Boothie, Corey, Night Shadow, Fanning, Smoggy Ghost, Mazman, and Johnny Smooth all DNF. Now, who is your driver of the day, Mr. Hornet?
Gotta be Martin. That was an unbelievable stint on those tyres.
I can't even argue it, yeah. Here's Martin. To do that many laps on a tyre, like, yeah.
Absolute filth.
And
Well
end up
done,
on a
mate.
podium and end up only 9 seconds off the win. Fair play. That's all I have to say.
Unbelievable.
Like, I know the safety cars helped him, but still, that's crazy. That's ludicrous. That's, yeah, a lot of things. Mark definitely won't be happy with the P4. That penalty definitely ended up costing him. But yeah, driver of the day definitely Martin. But that'll be it for tonight. It's been a long one. We've been live now for 2 hours and 3 hours. No, 2 hours and 45 minutes. That is a fairly long one. But we will be back again in just 2 days. Well, less than 2 days now, but overall 2 days' time for MRCX around Portugal. It is the sprint race format. So, one-shot quali, sprint race, and 50% distance race. So, keep your eyes peeled. 7:30, it'll be with us two, the Dirty Duo, once again, ready to make your screens and ears bleed. But thank you for joining me, Mr. Baby Hornet. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, if a very long one.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it before, and I'm sure we'll do it again at some point.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
But yeah, no, it's been a good fun. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, ding that bell, and also don't forget, racing will be back to normal next week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as always. But don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell, and yeah, enjoy yourself. Happy Easter, I guess, even though it was a few days ago. But yeah,
Yes.
take care and goodbye.
Good night.